the first. All the drivers change on board. Pierce Henry will drive the one, Brown Betty in the third. Also in the third race, the drivers change on the three. Odds on Sarah. Making the driver, Jeff Nighsonger. Jeff Nighsonger will drive the three. Odds on Sarah in the third. Drive the three, Hot Tea in the eighth. The ninth race is clear at this time, turning to the 10th and final race this evening, the 4-year-old and Top Signature Series Pace, sponsored by the Hancock County Agricultural Society Pace for 4-year-olds and up. A driver's change on the two, COVID, making the driver Bobby Joe Brewer. Bobby Joe Brewer will drive the 2 COVID. In the 10th, the drivers change on the 5 Rush and Crush. Make the driver Jeff Neisonger. Jeff Neisonger will drive the 5 Rush and Crush. In the 10th, the drivers change on the 8 Famous Seamus. Make the driver Harrison Levan. Harrison Levan will drive the 8 Famous Seamus. In the 10th. Those are the changes that we have at this time. Any more changes come in throughout the evening, we'll be sure to run past them right along to you. Again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hancock County Fair here in Findlay, Ohio. First race, post time 6 p.m. They'll be on the track, ready to post for the porters first shortly. Driver change on the 6 C barrier. Make the driver Drew Neal. Drew Neal will drive the 6 C barrier in the 10th.
Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association presents Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing is presented by the Ohio Veterinary Medical Center, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, Dublin Valley Farms, Stable.ca, and Midland Acres. Now let's go trackside for all the action.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the first post-race post-parade from Findlay, Ohio, Hancock County Fair. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
I was trying to see if we could hear. We are currently working on the audio for Jason Settlemore, our announcer here. Sorry, Tom, I thought we could hear him through our speakers, but Matt is working on that currently. We got a quick post-parade, but as we had our introduction, thanks for joining us. Day one here at Hancock County in Findlay, Ohio. Myself, Ashley Daly, Matt Clark behind the camera, and I believe you guys already heard Tom Pye, the harness guy.
Tis I. Quick rundown, Ashley Daly. We go with number one is Sweetens Cove, is Robert Brooks trainee. Two-year-old filly Paces is by the Ponderosa, and driven tonight by Jeff Nysonger. It's a nice filly. She has 11 starts, 6 wins, 1 second, 1 third, 20,000 on the card, mark 159 and 4. Very consistent filly, owned by Curtis Shoup and Rebecca Lynn Nichols, both of Attica, New York. Number two is
Crosswind Sweepy. Tim Deaton will be in the bike for David Elliott. This is 2-year-old filly by Western Vintage. Has won 5 starts of just the 10 tries this year. Had a pretty tough last start out. However, before that, had 3 wins in a row.
Number 3 is Ella Joe, driven by Ron Gillespie, trained by Ron Gillespie, owned by Steve Butler, and got 3 seconds on a card. Number 4.
Lenina Rocks, Jason Beatty in the bike for Brian Georges. This is a filly that has just 3 lifetime starts, has yet to hit the board, however, is getting progressively faster each start. Last start out was 5th in 2:01 and 4.
Number 5 is Fear My Heart with Scott Cisco, Virgin Oregon trainee for Larry Wills. No wins in 6 starts, 3 seconds though. Going in 2-2. Here they come.
Rounding out the field, we do have Oh Motherwell, Pierce Henry trains, and Drive. This will only be the second lifetime start, but here is Jason with our call of the first.
They're all fast, chasing and firing away from the inside. Sweetens Cove is headed straight toward command here. Driving through Ella Joe there to be second. On the inside in the third, that's Crosswind Sweet Pea. Coming away, racing in fourth, that's Oh Motherwell. Fifth to the pylons there, Marlena Rocks, and sixth and trailing the field, Hear My Heart. Down the back side they go, nearing the opening quarter-mile mark of the race, and Sweetens Cove and Jeff Nysonger dictating the fractions here, leading it by a length about half. And to the inside, Ella Joe is in the garden spot, racing into a gap of 4, racing in third, Crosswind Sweetie Pie. Followed next there in fourth by Oh Motherwell. The opening quarter came and went, and 30 and 4 Fab, a gap of 2, racing in fifth, Latina Rocks, and sixth and trailing the field of Fear My Heart, and Scott Cisco can see them all as they move on to stand for the first time and head on over to the halfway mile mark of the race. Sweet Cove and Night Summer been there every step of the mile, leading it by a length about half to the inside, racing in second, Ellen Joe. Third and now plus to the outside, first up in third, Crosswind Sweet Pea comes to the outside, racing in third. They're halfway home in a minute and 4 fifths. Inside, racing in fourth, Oh Mother Well. Gap down 5-5, racing in 5, Juanita Rocks. And sixth and trailing the field, but a move to the outside, Fear My Heart. Off the turn and driving down the backside. Heads are pointed towards 3/4 and Sweetens Cove. By a length of 3 part. And to the inside, Ella Joe is right there stalking in second. And now nose to helmet as they wheel by the 3/4 mile mark of the race. And up on the outside, racing in third, that's Crosswind Sweet Pea. 3/4 and 1:30 and 3 fifths. They'll face the final turn and head for home. Sweet Cove on the inside has been there every step, and now to the outside, racing in second as they turn for home. Less than a 16th to go, and they're on their way home here in Findlay, Ohio. To the outside, Eva Joe looks her in the eye and went right on by. Eva Joe opening up and drawing away. Eva Joe gets one, finishing second. Sweet Cove, the battle's on for third here. Who's it gonna be? Looks like the 2, Crosswind Sweet Pea. Over the 5, Fear My Heart, followed by Oh Mother Well. And 6th and last, Juanita Rocks. Time of the mile, 1:59, 1 fifth.
So there we go, our winner, Ella Joe. Ron Gillespie does drive and train. This is a recent addition into the Gillespie barn. This is just the second start under the new trainer. However, I mean, got it done in 1:59 and 1. Pretty nice little mile to open us up today, Tom.
Beautiful. We come on last half and 58 and 4. We'll have to get. They went so fast. I can't even figure this out. What a beautiful mile. They 3. What was the unofficial for you?
I have unofficial across the wire 3-1-2-5. It was tight for show, but I do think our 2-horse Crosswind Sweet Pea stayed up.
That Ella Joe is a nice 2-year-old by Racing Hill out of Cinderella Story, always a virgin. Steve Butler at Salesville, Ohio, and Eric B. Butler at Quaker City. This is her 5th win in 12 starts. She is 10-1-2-3 and 12 stars. That a new lifetime mark for her too.
Looks like I'm trying to see. We had some dust on the track trying to see if Ronnie's coming back around. But with that, I do want to say Crosswind Sweet Pea, I do think she got up unofficially for 3rd. She had a really tough start, her last start out in the Partial at Greenville, and unfortunately kind of got, spent some time off the rail again in this race. But a tough little horse in herself. But then up for 2nd, I do think Jeff Nysonger with Sweetens Cove for Robert Brooks.
It was a very sweet finish.
In memory of David Baird. Time is 1:59 and 1 fifth. A new lifetime mark for this 2-year-old brown filly by Racing Hill, Ella Joe. Out of the Cinderella Story mare, she by Always a Virgin, owned by Stephen Butler of Salesville, Ohio, and Eric Butler of Quaker City, Ohio. Posting the 5th win of just her 12th career start. New lifetime mark 1:59, 1 fifth. Nicely trained by Ronnie Gillespie. This first race is in memory of David Baird. David was a long-time Findlay horseman. This race is in his honor and memory. Thank you to the family of David Baird for sponsoring the first race. To the 3, Ella Joe and Ronnie Gillespie, 1:59, 1 fifth.
We are still waiting for that official
rundown.
But I do have the quarters in 30 and 4 to the half. Oh, no. To the half in 1 minute, 4 fifths, 3/4, 1:30 and 3, and that final mile time, new lifetime mark in 1:59 and 1.
Chickaboom's out. Did we have that one?
Yes.
All right.
Incidentally, this is like, here's a little horses that finished 2nd and 3rd, both bred by Sheila Kitchen of Bucyrus, Ohio. She's one of the small-time breeders in Ohio. That starts, she chooses what horse she wants to breed to, And here's two of them in the same race. Say they sold. One sold at the Blooded Horse sale for $3,500. One sold at Buckeye Classic for $12,000. Small Ohio breeder, and she already has in 21 starts. They've had 9 wins between them. So that's congratulations to Sheila Kitchen. What's cooking in the kitchen? The one, Stella Joe, is just as nice. Was bred by Sheila, and the horse that finished third was bred by Sheila. And of course, a lot of horses on today's card. I come out of Midland Acres. We had in this race was Coolwood Farms, was one of the owners and breeders. That was a tight photo, incidentally.
Well, we do have no betting here, so we are expecting them to run relatively quickly. I figured Jason will still give us that official, but it is taking just a moment.
Well, more time for me to ramble on.
A couple housekeeping, because we had a pretty quick start to our card here tonight. A couple housekeeping things. We do have 10 races on the program. This is just day 1 here at Hancock County. It's just the girls. Our fillies are taking to the track. And if you want to follow along with Tom and I as we go through the program this evening, head on over to harnessracingohio.com. Those programs are free and available to you for download about an hour before every single post. So head on over there if you want to get the ins and outs and maybe even spot something that Tom and I don't see. But
little tiny notations to the side. I did add up, there were 53 horses entered on the program, and of their 53 horses, there are 45 fillies and 2 mares. Now, a difference between the filly and a mare is a gal horse is a filly when she's 2 and 3. As soon as she turns 4, she becomes a mare. So we have those 2 in the Signature Series, and the oldest one, I believe, I have to say that I think she is, no, she's still in, but she's a Russian Crush. She's a 7-year-old mare, and she's an old campaign, 130 starts lifetime. But these are the rest are all young fillies, 45 of them. We have 21 trotters and 26 paces.
well, with that, I say it looks like we do have some horses coming out for our second race. I'm going to assume that we're not going to get that official rundown, but if we do, we'll definitely report back. However, Matt, would we like to go to a couple commercials? So join us back here in just a moment, and we'll introduce the second race.
The Hancock County Fair in Findlay, Ohio was first organized in 1852. It had humble beginnings as a 2-day event hosted on rented farmland. However, in less than a decade, the fair outgrew its expectations and was recognized as one of the best in the state. Harness racing was introduced to Hancock County in the following years. Located in the infield is horseman Butch Harmony's final resting place. Harmony passed suddenly after setting the track record in 1967. He was buried with his trophy blanket. Hancock County is still known today for its horsemen. The standardbred breeding farm, Hickory Lane, has produced outstanding foals for decades, including the 2020 Ohio Horse of the Year, Action Uncle. The farm currently stands champion studs What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and Racing Hill. The area is also home to the University of Findlay, one of the most respected equine study programs in the country, as well as a national ranking show team. The Hancock County Fair is a member of the Ohio Colt Racing Association. They host 2 days of live-action harness racing, including a leg of the Springhaven Farms Ladies Driving Series.
Hi, I'm Dean Gillespie, and I want to tell you about the Ohio Colt Racing Association. There's 19 member fairs, and they sponsor the Partial Futurity in Greenville, Ohio. You need to race in the OCRA. Great racetracks, great people. Bring the kids and come out to the fair, and remember, fair time is fun time.
Welcome back to the Hancock County Fair. We are going to head into race 2, I think in perfect timing. This is we'll scratch down to a field of 4, and it looks like we are getting into position for the post parade. This will be the first division of 2-year-old filly trotters, a purse of $6,393.
Horses are on the track and ready to pose for the second race, sponsored by Findlay Farm and home of Findlay, Ohio. This is the Ohio Colt Racing Association for freshman trotting fillies at 1 mile, a purse of $6,393. Scratch the 4 Chickaboo, second driver change just being announced on the 5 Lovely in Red. Make the driver Eddie Greeno. The 1 is Long Arm of Justice by Winners, Glover, McGraw, they're all from the Buckeye State. Trained by Mark Witter, Jeff Nightonger is top. For the 2 is LeVan Stables Incorporated of Woodstock, Ohio. Megan LeVan of Woodstock, Ohio. And Heidi Ratcliffe of Marion, Ohio. Annie L. Trained by Hank LeVan. The 3 is A Little Intoxicated, in partnership by Vicki Jennings of Michigan. Brad Nowakowski of Michigan. Trained by Brian Boring, Greg Bateson. The 4 is Out 6 and the 5, Lovely in Red. By E.G. Trot LLC of Findlay, Ohio, trained by Ed Greeno Jr. Eddie Greeno is in the sulky. That's the field for the second race.
Tom, would you like to introduce us to the field?
Let's start out with number 1 is Long Arm of Justice. This is Mark Winner's trainee by filly by Long Tom out of Truth and Justice by Justice Hall. Emmy Winners, R. Glover, Jay McCaw, and W. Bean, all Sabina, Ohio. This filly is 10 starts, 3 wins, and 1/3. Qualified at Scioto at 202 and 2. As shows 2-4 at Salina. Did win at Urbana in 2-3 and 4. Jeff Nightonger in the sulky. Nice little filly, very consistent. She did make last 3 starts, though. She's made breaks. Number 2.
Hank LeVan is back in the bike after a couple of days off. He just welcomed his 3rd child with wife Megan, so congratulations. I believe another little boy has been added to the family, so congratulations to Hank and Megan. He will be driving the 2. Annie L. coming right off of a win from Lima, ended up going that mile in 2:06 and 2. This has been a pretty consistent Long Tom filly, has hit the board 11 of 12 starts this year and made just over $24,000.
Number 3 is A Little Intoxicated, Brian Boring trainee. She's by Enterprise out of Alvarez, out of Andover Hall. 8 starts this year, 3 wins, 1/3. Mark at Tiffin of 207 and 2. She's coming off a mile at Hicksville of 206 and 1. She's consistent. She shows a couple of breaks. Greg Bateson is in the sulky, and the number 4 is scratched. Number 5 is
Ed Greeno Jr. will train and drive the 5 Lovely in Red. This is a chestnut filly by 3rd Pat out of 11 Every Moment mare. Actually, this is a local trained, I do believe, E.G. Trot. So Ed Greeno is local to Findlay, so should be some home field advantage hopefully tonight for Lovely in Red. 9 starts on the year, has hit the board 4 times. Most recently had a second at Hicksville in 2:07 and 3. Final quarter in 30 and 1. We are moving into position for our second race. Again, the first division of 2-year-old filly trotters. Nice purse, $6,393.
Starting into the upper turn, the gate swing to the top of the stretch set. Here they come. firing from the inside. All Arm of Justice is on the go here. Takes this field into the first turn. Coming away, racing in second, Annie L. Driving on the outside, racing in third. That's Lovely and Red. Back down front again with that. The early was a little intoxicated. Off the turn and driving down the backside. Heads are pointed towards that opening quarter. All Arm of Justice. Outfit on the front, waiting at fine 3.5, 4 legs. Annie L is in there, racing in second. Lovely and Red drops in third. Gap way out there, racing in fourth, a little intoxicated as they went the opening quarter in 32 seconds flat. Into that long sweeping turn for the first time and up top. All Arm of Justice, the 2-year-old baby up at long top. Leading it here by a comfortable 2. Annie L there, trotting in second. Closing that gap, racing in third, Lovely and Red, and away back from a little intoxicated as they pass the stands and the fans for the first time and head on over the half. Long Arm of Justice continues to front the field, takes them by the half. Annie L is still there, stalking in second, a move for the outside, and third of Lovely and Red by the half and 103 flat. Fourth and trailing of the old, a little intoxicated, but she's catching the field here off this slow pace. Off the turn and driving down to the backside, heads pointed towards 3/4. Long Arm of Justice continues to front the field. Annie L is right there, nose to helmet, racing in second. Lovely and Red tops in third, fourth and way back, a little intoxicated as they race behind 3/4. Long Arm of Justice is clearly the one to catch here. Trotting in second is Annie L, who comes to the outside with 3/4 and 134 and 3/5. Those off the final turn and head for home. Long Arm of Justice bend their every step to the outside. Annie L, these two are nose to nose, head to head, stride through stride as they drive to the wire with less than a 16th to go. Here is Findlay, Ohio. Long Arm of Justice for the inside and battling back. Long Arm of Justice going away late. Annie L to finish second. Lovely and Red in a trot home third and fourth and last. A little intoxicated time to mile 2:04 flat. Long Arm of Justice gate to wire.
2-4 flat. Ashley Daly, that's last half in a 101 flat. That's quarter 30 and 1. If my chicken scratches are correct. And
I do have the quarters 32 flat, 103 to the 3/4 and 134 and 3, and then that final mile time, like you had said, 2:04.
So they come home with 29 and 2.
Picked up the pace. Picked up the pace quite a bit. Unofficially across the wire, 1:253 wasn't too hard to call. Jeff Nysonger gate to wire for Mark Winters. They had to be very happy with that start. Long Arm of Justice. She's been making breaks her last 3 starts, but when she does stay flat, she gets it done. Her last win and last flat start did come back at Urbana, wire to wire in 2:03 and 4.
That's their 4th win of the year out of 11 starts. And again, when they make 3 breaks in a row, you kind of hold your breath. But she looked really good out there. Jeff Nysonger in the sulky. They make a good combo. Winters and Nysonger. They do well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Definitely a duo that you see on top almost every single fair they're at.
Ohio Colt Racing Association, freshman trotting fillies. Sponsored by Family Farm and Home of Findlay, Ohio. A gate to wire round here for the one Long Arm of Justice. A 2-year-old bay filly from Long Tom out of a junior Justice, she by Justice Hall. By Winters, Glover, McGraw, and Bean, and they're all in the Buckeye State, trained by Martin Winters. Nicely handled here this evening by winning driver Jeff Nysonger. This one's 4th win in just 11 tries in her career. The one Long Arm of Justice, Jeff Nysonger, a purple winner. Sponsored by Family Farm and Home. Thank you to the Family Farm.
So they get a bucket and a cooler, and the bucket there's like a nice bag in there that you could use for whatever, taking to race. Then there was a scraper in there, a brush, some other cool stuff.
I was going to say.
So I didn't know they were doing blankets as well. That's really nice.
I could use that. Always could use extra stuff. That's a nice touch, though. You like that. They got a nice little winner circle set up there.
Yep. Oh, here we go.
Half was a minute and 4, 3/4 and 130 and 3. Time of the mile was 1:59 and 1. Top to bottom in the first race should read 231-64, 5 on the bottom. Again, that's 231-64, 5 on the bottom. The second race, here are the quarter mile fractions again. 32-103, 3/4 and 134 and 4. Down the mile 204 flat, top to bottom. The 1 Hallmark of Jump is the race winner. The 2 Annie L 2. The 3 a little intoxicated 4. The 4 Tick-a-Boom with scratch 6. The 5 Lovely in red 3. Recheck top to bottom. It should read 124 scratch 6. 3 on the bottom. And in the upcoming third race, sponsored by Hickory Lane Horse Farm, the sophomore pacing filly, Ohio Colt Racing Association, the 1 Brown Betty, make the driver Pierce Henry. Pierce Henry will drive the 1 Brown Betty in the third, and a driver's change on the 3 Odds on Sarah make the driver Jeff Nysonger.
That's our second complete here at Hancock County Fair in beautiful Findlay, fine Findlay in Ohio. We shall return for the third race, the 3-year-old filly pace, sponsored by Hickory Lane Horse Farm, and we shall return in a few short moments.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 65 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the County Fair, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for over $20 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding farm. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancing Yankee, a 2-time world champion, along with 2019 Jug winner Southwind Ozzy, the son of Some Beach Somewhere. Cool Winds also stands the royally bred $2 million earning Western Fame. Be sure to inspect the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 13th.
Welcome back. Headed into the third race. Tom, you said it's a beautiful Findlay, fine Findlay. That it is, but we are smack dab in the middle of the sun. We have no cover on this grandstand. I have to say, I was yesterday, Matt and I were with Doug. Oh my gosh, where were we? Where were we just at yesterday? Van Wert. Van Wert yesterday, and they made me nervous. I have been to Findlay 3 years ago, so it's been a while. They made me nervous that I was going to fry up here today, and it is warm, but the breeze is making it quite nice.
That's the savior. It's a beautiful breeze. It is actually a really nice night, evening, and the sun's warm, but you're keeping cool. I will be red as a lobster tomorrow. But
see, I put my sunscreen on. Did you not do that, Tom?
I never have. I don't know. That's why I used to just turn into blisters and freckles when I was a kid.
That's not good, Tom.
No. Here I am. I'm 74 years old. I still haven't learned my lesson.
But we are going to head next into the third race. Just 4 horses. I do think we might have 1 or 2 on the track. There is no betting here at Findlay, so we are rolling right through them this evening.
I did hear that they would like to be done by 8:15.
For the sunset,
if
kind
possible, yeah. Which, I mean, that would be moving them right along. But
yeah.
It's doable, I
well,
guess.
then we'll go right into them. Number 1 is
Betty Brown. Pierce Henry will now drive for Jane Weller. This is a 3-year-old filly by Racing Hill out of a Dragon Again mare owned by Charles Mooney and Jane herself. Still looking for that first lifetime. Sorry, I was making sure that Jason wasn't giving us direction. Still looking for the first lifetime win for Brown Betty. Very lightly raced as a 2-year-old. Just had 1 start and 1 third-place finish. Coming back, still again a little slow as a sophomore. However, has picked up the pace recently. Last 2 starts at Northfield Park and a non-winners of 1. Has had a pair of second-place finishes. Most recently won a mile in 1:56 and 4. Has made about $8,400 this year.
she's improving just in time for the big races, too. Number 2 is Lady Bridgerton, and by Brian George trainee, Filly by a bit of a legend, N, out of Rose Run Vanity by Mercado. This filly's owned by Walker, Kelly, Jameson, and Carey. 14 starts this year, 7 wins, 4 seconds. That's 11 out of 14. So got 44,000 on the card. Mark of Miami Valley of 152-4. She shows on her card, win, second, win, second. Lady Bridgerton with Jason Beattie. She's a lady. Number 3 is...
Well, actually, Tom, I do want to comment. Lady Bridgerton, our 2-horse, she's been a tough filly. Like you had mentioned, she just recently come off that win. Was 3 wide at the 3/4 sport at Northfield in the Buckeye Stallion Series to upset that division at 24-1. She's turning into a nice horse for Brian Georges. But as you had mentioned, though, we'll go on to our 3-horse. Jeff Nysonger will now drive. Odds on Sarah for Virgil Morgan Jr., coming right off of a win at Lima. However, a start back from that had a weird little miscue, a little uncharacteristic for this mare. But beyond that, she was having a nice win streak. She is 9 for 14. 9 wins on the year to make almost $50,000. Another one that was very lightly started as a 2-year-old, did not hit the board in the 3 starts she made as a freshman. However, this year at Scioto Downs has taken a mark in 155.
She is tough. Those are 2 great fillies. And here's Jason Settlemore with the Post Parade from Hancock County.
On the track, ready to post for the 3rd race, the Ohio Colt Racing Association sophomore pacing fillies at 1 mile versus $6,291. Sponsored by Hickory Lane Horse Farm. Field of 4. The 1 is Brown Betty by Charles Mooney of Avon Lake, Ohio. Jane Weller of Republic, Ohio. Trimmed Jane Weller with Pierce Henry, the driver. Jason Beattie drives the 2, Lady Bridgerton. For Walker, Kelly, Jameson, Carey, they're all for the Buckeye State, trained by Brian Georges. The 3 is on Sarah, owned by On Racing of Boca Raton, Florida, trained by Virgil Morgan Jr., with the driver changed to Jeff Nysonger. In the 4, Rocket Red, owned by Levan, stabled to Woodstock, Ohio, Melissa Levan of Woodstock, Levan of Lewistown, and Heflinger, the Massillon, Ohio, trained by Hank Levan. Hank Levan is in her sulky.
And we're back with number 4, Rockin' Ray L. Hank Levan, trainee and driven. This filly, by Fear the Dragon, out of Rockonomics by Rock and Roll Hanover, is owned by Levan Stables, M. Levan and R. Levan and H. Heflinger. And this is a filly that's 23 starts, 8 wins, 5 seconds, 2/3. That's 15 for 23. 35,000, just about 36,000 on the card. Mark of 154-4 at Miami Valley. Her card, second, third, win, second, fourth. She has knocked heads with Odds on Sarah, finishing second to her. Lady Bridgerton, I don't believe she has faced yet. This is going to be a good race, Ashley Daly.
That it is. As you had mentioned, though, this race is sponsored by Hickory Lane Horse Farm. Very local, a nice breeder in the area, but most of these are homebreds that we're seeing, or at least came across through private sale. However, Rockin' Ray L was an $8,000 purchase out of the Ohio Select, has made already $60,000 in her short career. Quite a bit at the fairs, if I'm remembering correctly, but not a bad return on your investment.
And she is a really nice looking filly. Fear the Dragons, he's come on this year. He's really started up. Right down at Midland Acres. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go. I've been watching Lady Bridgerton. And she's just, for 7, she's got the mark of 52 at Miami Valley. This, incidentally, the track records here for 3-year-old filly paces is Maroon's daughter, Wadrum's daughter.
Warden's daughter.
Warden's daughter. They spelt it wrong. The 2, 1, and 2. Very.
I think the 3-year-old filly pace is, or excuse me.
Excuse me, I'm going to look at the wrong
I'm going
one.
to say, yep, our 3-year-old filly pacer is Special Lady in 157 and 2,
Yeah,
set a
that's
few
kinda
years
tough.
ago in 2021.
Yeah, I got that fence right in front of me.
But here we go, a field of 4 behind the Mike Webkenberg starting gate for race 3 from the rail out. Brown Betty, Lady Bridgerton, odds on Sarah, and Rockin' Ray L. Here is Jason Settlemore with the call.
Go! Several fans facing a very nice start here from the inside. Lady Briggerton gets the first call, driving through from the inside. Brown Betty. Angle to the pylons. Odds on Sarah. Sarah comes away third. Fourth and trailing the field. That's Rocket Ray. Off the turn and driving down the backside and going towards the opening quarter from the inside. Brown Betty. And to the outside, Lady Briggerton. Looks to the outside, still coming near and looking to take the lead as they move over to the opening quarter-mile mark of the race. Lady Briggerton to the front to the inside. Brown Betty yielding for the garden spot. Gudley there in second. The opening quarter was in 30 and 3 fast. Into that far turn for the first time. In there racing in third. That's on Sarah. Rocket Ray L. Trails the field. Racing in fourth and she can see them all as they pass the stand to the pan for the first time. Heading on over to the halfway mile mark of the race. Lady Briggerton and Jason Beatty with the lead here. Leading it by a length and a half. To the inside. Brown Betty yielded to that garden spot, racing into odds on Sarah. Sarah's been unhurried and unused from third. Fourth, that is Rocket Ray L. Halfway home in 102 flat. Into the pail, half to go. Up top, Lady Briggerton with the lead here. Brown Betty is there, stalking in second. First up, coming with a run to the outside. Here comes odds on Sarah. Down the backside we go. Second over the outside, racing in fourth, Rocket Ray L. Nearing the 3/4 mile mark of the race. Lady Briggerton with the lead here. And to the outside, odds on Sarah. Up the leader's wheel is racing in second. 3/4 and 132 and 2 fast. They'll pace the final turn and head for home to the top of Power Alley. Less than a 16th to go. They're on their way home in Findlay, Ohio. And Lady Briggerton opens up by 5. Lady Briggerton with every single stride going away. Lady Briggerton in front. It's going to be tight for second, real close for second there between the 1, Brown Betty, and the rail. Odds on Sarah second, Sarah on the outside, and fourth and last is Rocket Ray L. Time about 1:59, 4/5. Lady Briggerton.
Tom, that went exactly how you would have expected it to go. I mean, really, she let the dust settle for just a moment before she took the lead. Lady Bridgerton virtually tried to go gate to wire, but ended up going in 1:59 and 4. Jason Beatty in the bike for Brian Georges.
Come the last quarter, 27 and 2.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you watched, I'm sure we picked it up on camera when they come in front of the grandstand for the first time. Jason had a huge hold on the filly. Like she could go. They did slow down quite a bit headed to the half. I have the quarter in 30 and 3 to the half, 102. 3/4, 132 and 2, and then again, like you said, Tom, they did finally pick up that pace and went in 159 and 4.
When you see them holding a horse like that, they're trying to conserve their energies. And as exactly, you gave it a good drive. Nobody was up in Challenger, so you got it down to the half and 2, and come home in 59, 57 and 4.
And that's what I mean. Really, that was a nice little brisk training mile for this mare. She's been in some tough company and done well in tough company. And different trainers have different philosophies, but a win is a win. You don't have to have a track record.
Oh,
it
absolutely.
Still cashes. That check still cashes the same, and you always want to make sure that your horse can go again the next week.
And you got a horse for the next week, is absolutely. And that was her 8th win in 15 starts. I believe Brian has a horse, Lord Bridgerton.
Yep, there's a counterpart that is in tomorrow. So we have Lady Bridgerton, of course, a 3-year-old filly, and a 3-year-old colt, Lord Bridgerton, named after a Netflix special. But regardless, it's been nice. They both have, there's 2 very nice horses.
Horse Farm, featuring Racing Stallions, Racing Hill, an exciting first-year stallion, Louis Perlman. And trotting sires, Guardian Angel Oz, branded by Lindy, proven sires, Uncle Peter, and What the Hill, Hickory Lane is excited to sell the first crop trotting sire in rain. Some of the best in the business come right here from Findlay, Ohio, Hickory Lane Horse Farm. Into the winner's circle for the third race, the 3-year-old Philly Pace. Sponsored by Hickory Lane Horse Farm, the 2 Lady Bridgerton, a 3-year-old Bay Philly by Bit of a Legend. Out of a Rose Run Vanity by McCardle, by Walker and Van Wert, Ohio, Kelly of Jeffersonville, Ohio, Jameson, Washington, Courthouse, Ohio, and Kerry of Washington, Courthouse, Ohio. Trained by Brian Georges, nicely handled here this evening by waiting driver HNPD. Boasting the 8th win in 2024, the 11th win in this one's career, over 1 year, 159 and 4 bounds. A pretty nice filly here indeed by Bit of a Legend, the 2 Lady Bridgerton, home winner. By the quarter-mile fraction, 30 and 3, 101 and 2, 3/4 and 132 and 2, down to the mile 159 and 4 bounds. For the third race rundown, the 1 Brown Betty, 2 with the 2 Lady Bridgerton, the race winner, the 3 Ensemble Sarah, 3 and the 4 Rocket Ray L, 4 3 Jack top to bottom, 2 1 3 4 on the bottom, down to the mile 159, 4 bounds, the 2 Lady Bridgerton and Jason Beatty, home winner.
I'll say
mile.
this, Jason Settlemore makes it a little easy on you guys, doesn't it? I mean,
Yes.
he does a lot of talking over the air. That's pretty good. That's Brad Wallace out there that was handing out the blankets and
Oh,
stuff.
I missed.
From Hickory Lanes. He's still a big part of this fair. He was on the board here for a lot of years, he told me, and not anymore. It's a big time commitment, but still
Amazing race.
But there we go, official for the third race.
When coming up for the 5th race, this is a 2-year-old filly Pace. There's 5 young lasses in here. It's sponsored by Bottrager Construction, LLC. And with that, we shall return after these messages.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Money, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 13th.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Yeah.
There we
Wait
go.
until I didn't know you guys.
Hello.
What we got? Nice song on the one.
Yes, we do have, so we're kind of
Redoing our programs as we go along.
Headed back into the 4th race. We're having a couple changes once again, but we are going to head right into a field of 6. I believe, we have been scoring 6 wide here at Findlay, so no trailers.
I believe, yes. Are they 6?
I believe so, because we had a 6-horse field on the first race and no trailer, so we should be 6 wide here at Findlay.
All right, I missed the 3. Who's on the 3?
I believe Charles Bolin is on the 3. Well, with that, we do have a pretty full field. Only a couple of them are out. Tom, would we like to roll through so we have plenty of time to talk about them?
Okay, number 1 is All About Faith. Tyler Tinch, trainee for the Blaze Racing Company of Cincinnati. This filly is by What the Hill out of Global Pageant by Credit Winner. This is 3-year-old filly trotters. Jeff Nysonger in the sulky. 23 starts this year, 7 wins, 5 seconds, 2/3. That's 14 for 23. She's winning the slop at Lebanon, 59-4. It has almost 40,000 on her card. She's on a streak right now. She's going for her 3rd in a row in Ohio. Number 2.
Uncle Pete's Dream. Russ Schwartz will be in the bike for his wife, Deborah Schwartz. This is a 3-year-old filly by Uncle Peter out of a Valley Victor mare, owned by Matt Rowe of Urbana, Ohio. I'm going to say, if you are joining along, it is possible that your program says line to be announced from Northfield on 825 in the Buckeye Stallion Series. Uncle Pete's Dream was a winner, went off the favorite, went gate to wire and won 57-1 with Elliott Deaton in the bike. So 15 starts on the season with 6 wins, 4 seconds, and 2 third-place finishes. This year alone has made $55,000, has picked up the pace quite a bit from her freshman year. She only made $4,400 last year. Took a mark earlier at Scioto Downs and won 55-3.
That is a wow. 57-1 at Northfield. Number 3 is Shoeless Joe Jasmine. This is Mark Winner's trainee. She's a 3-year-old filly by Sebastian K. Out of a Gilbert Hanover mare, owned by the JR Stable, LLP of Orion, Ohio. 12 starts this year, 1 win, 3 seconds. She picked up 9,800. Last week at Greenville, she went second by 11.5 lengths behind Uncle Pete's Dream. That mile went in 58-4. That's in this filly trotted in 2-1. Shoeless Joe Jackman, Charles Bolin in the sulky, number 4.
First prize winner. Say that is our bugle, however, so we're going to hand it over to Jason for the post parade, and then we will finish introducing those last 3 in just a moment.
Horses are on the track and ready to pose for the Bowen race, sponsored by Over the Moon Creations, LLC, the Ohio Colt Racing Association, 3-year-old filly trot at 1 mile, a purse of $6,312, a field of 6. Being led to the post by the one All About Faye, owned by Blaze Racing Company of Cincinnati, Ohio, trained by Tyler 10, Jeff Nysonger, the driver. Russell Schwartz drives the 2, Uncle Pete's Dream for Matt Rowe of Urbana, Ohio, trained by Deborah Schwartz. The 3 is Shoeless Joe Jasmine by JR Stable, LLP of Orion, Ohio, trained by Mark Winners with Chet Bowen drives. The 4 is First Prize Winner by Matthew Brown of the big city of Newark, Ohio. Don Carpenter of Mount Vernon, Ohio, trained by Matthew Brown. Matt Brown is up. The 5 is Cycler Zoo. The left C is UT Trot LLC of Findlay, Ohio, trained and driven by Ed Grino Jr. And to the outside of the 6 is 4 is the Charm by Donald Roberts of Troy, Ohio, trained by Mike O'Halis. Ronnie Gillespie is in her sulky. That's the field for the upcoming Bowen race.
So finishing our thoughts, our 4-horse is first prize winner. Matt Brown does train, drive, and co-own this 3-year-old filly by Enterprise alongside Todd Carpenter of Mount Vernon, Ohio. Another one that had a slow start as a freshman, only made about $1,900 and hit the board once. Coming on the scene quite a bit better as a sophomore. 22 starts this year and has hit the board 11 times to bankroll about 20 grand. Took a mark a couple back, actually 3 back at Chillicothe, went wire to wire, and a new lifetime mark of 205-2.
And number 5 is Silazoo. She's a 3-year-old filly by What the Hill out of Ilzu by Dream Vacation. 10 starts this year, only 2 seconds and 3/3. She has trotted at Urbana. She was 4th. She trotted a mile in 1:58.4, only got beat 2 lengths. Last week she made a break at Hicksville, but she has shows that mile at the Urbana, and that's a good mile. She's leased by EG Trot LLC here in Findlay. Ed Grino Jr. in the sulky, and he is a trainer. Number 6.
Ron Gillespie will round out our field aboard 4 is a charm for trainer Mike Paul Hamus, owned by Donald Roberts out of Troy, Ohio. A triumphant Caviar filly out of a Tom Ridge mare. This is one I hope has figured it out. If we're taking a look at her lines, her last start, she did finally stay flat, had a 3rd place finish at Lima in 2:03 and 4. However, again, taking a look, she's had some nasty breaks throughout, so I'm hoping something clicked for her. I will say Ron was in the bike for that last start, so hopefully he's got a good grip on this filly. She was a Buckeye Classic purchase for about $14,000, has made about $3,300. Still looking for the first lifetime win. This will just be her 4th start of the season.
They are moving it behind the gate for the 4th from Findlay, Ohio. Beautiful night or evening.
Tom, who are you taking in this race if you had to put money on it?
I'd go with Extreme. Absolutely.
I mean, hey, I can't knock you on that one, but I think All About Faith, that she's tough. She's tough, but Shoeless Joe Jasmine also. I mean, you can't count them until can't count them out.
2 good trotters. Here's Jason.
They're all fans plotting and firing from the inside. All About Faith getting the first call right alongside Uncle Pete's Dreams. Going up on the outside, racing in 2. From the inside, Shoeless Joe Jasmine is trotting in 3rd. 4th from the outside, that's first prize winner. Jumping it on there is them. That's Simon Zoo in 6th and trailing the field. That's 4 is the charm. Down the back side they go. Nearing the opening quarter-mile mark of the race from the outside. Uncle Pete's Dream is trying to clear to the front here. All About Faith is now finally yielded with the Guardian Spawn racing into a gap of 6.5. 7 lengths, that's Shoeless Joe Jasmine. Opening quarter was quick, 29 and 1/5. Getting ready to pass the stands in the pan for the first time, and up top the lead. That's Uncle Pete's Dream, leading it here by a length and a half. All About Faith is there, trotting in 2nd, move to the outside of a little bit of a handful for nice longer there in 2. Gap at 2.5, trotting in 3rd. That's Shoeless Joe Jasmine, 4th, that's first prize winner. Gap at 10, racing in 9. That is Simon Zoo in 6th and trailing the field at 4 is the charm. They were halfway home, 59 and 2/5. The second quarter, 30 and 1. Into the payoff half, they roll up top of the lead here. Uncle Pete's Dream leads it here, leads it by a length and a half. Into the inside, racing in 2nd, that's All About Faith. 3rd, that's Shoeless Joe Jasmine as they near the 3/4-mile mark of the race. 4th, that's first prize winner. Out go the plugs on her as they race by the 3/4-mile mark of the race, and the droppers are beating up top. Uncle Pete's Dream from the inside, 3/4, 130 and 3/5. Uncle Pete's Dream to the outside, All About Faith. These 2 sparring as they turn to the top of the stretch with less than a 16th to go. Here in Findlay, Ohio, Uncle Pete's Dream from the inside, All About Faith, 1 more shot on the outside, racing in 2nd, but up the wire. Uncle Pete's Dream in front. Finishing 2nd, All About Faith, a way back here to 3rd is Shoeless Joe Jasmine. 4th is first prize winner. 5th, that is going to be 4 the charm, and 6th and last, Simon Zoo. They were home at 159 and 1/5. Uncle Pete's Dream.
Is that?
You are correct. That is a new divisional track record for 3-year-old
track record.
filly trotters. Previously,
I'll tell you, she was beautiful looking.
She's a tough mare. Or a filly, I guess I should say. I shouldn't age her. But a new track record divisionally for 3-year-old filly trotters has been standing for about 12 years. Warden's Daughter set it in 2 minutes and 2/5 back in 2012.
Way back in 2012. That is some of the older. They do have a track record. Is that from 2002?
Where are you seeing this at?
Between the links.
Between the links.
Between the links. I can.
2-year-old filly trot 2020.
I'm gonna say I am seeing there's a 3-year-old gelding.
Oh no! I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, that is confusing.
You're looking at the missing link.
2-year-old filly, Jailhouse Robin, 202 in 2011.
Yeah, the oldest one we do have here at Findlay looks to be the 3-year-old gelding pacers in 2006. That one was set.
So that's almost 20 years ago.
I do have them unofficially across the wire, 2-1-3-4. Tom, it was 159. What was that piece? Did you get?
115, I didn't get the last piece there.
Okay, well, we'll wait for that
we got
official.
That missing. Jason, tell us. Please, great Jason.
But Uncle Pete's Dream, 16 starts, 7 wins.
Making tonight's swag for all the race winners, all the banners as well. Please see Over the Moon Creations for all your race embroidered and logo needs, thanks to Over the Moon Creations, LLC. Moving trackside to the winner's circle. For the fourth race, again sponsored by Over the Moon Creations, LLC, Ohio Colt Racing Association, 3-year-old Billy Trot, goes to the 2, Uncle Pete's Dream. A 3-year-old baby driver, Uncle Peter, out of the Valley of Dreams, Seaside Valley Victory, by Matt Rowe, Urbana, Ohio, trained by Deborah Swartz, nicely handled here this evening by winning driver, Russell Swartz. It's the 5th win in 2025. For the 6th win in 2025 and the 7th win of this one's career, Oracle winner 159 and 1/5 to Uncle Pete's Dream, trained by Deborah Swartz, nicely handled again by Russell Swartz. Uncle Pete's Dream wins the Over the Moon Creations LLC 3-year-old Billy Trot.
Was a mile one.
Run down for the fourth race, the 1 All About Faith, 2, the 2 Uncle Pete's Dream, the race winner, the 3 she was Joe Jasmine, 3, the 4 First Prize winner, 4, the 5 Silent 2, 6, and the 6 Forza Charm, 5. Recheck the rundown, top to bottom into 3, 2, 1, 3, 4, 6, 5 on the bottom. Opening quarter 29 and 1, halfway home 59 and 2, 3 quarters and 130 and 3, time and out 159 and 1/5, Uncle Pete's Dream.
I will say, so Russ Swartz tacks on another win. So Roger kind of made me privy to it. So Russ Swartz did drive a while back, took some time off. However, they've been pretty unhappy with how some of their trotters have been driven lately. That's why we're seeing Russ kind of back in the bike for Deb. He just is now 7 wins away from 2,000 in his career. So he is currently sitting at 190, or excuse me, not 100, 1,993 career wins.
That's Russ Swartz.
Yep.
He's a young lad of 61 too.
That he is. He's obviously still got it. Can't say that.
Absolutely. Now, there's a track record now. They come the last quarter in 28 and 3, mile 159 and 1. Great mile. Again, a beautiful night. Great night for racing. The wind is not a factor. Just keeping it cool.
Thankfully, we finally do have the water truck on the track too. So.
Back to almost milestones. Southwind Amazon won today over at Canton, so he's now 2 away.
2 away from
from who was it? I can't remember the horse's name that he's chasing. Niffit. At 137, so Southwind Amazon is sitting at 135.
Is Southwind? Is he 13?
14.
He is 14.
Yeah.
So he only has.
He's got.
They can drive him on the amateurs next.
Yeah, I think next year, one more year.
Okay,
yeah.
so he'll notch it. We know he will.
Well, sure.
Yeah. Keep your fingers. We're rooting for him. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's going to be a lifetime event. I mean, I don't think it'll happen again in my lifetime.
No.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, that's something. That's
you got
a very impressive record to
races
break.
Every year to get up there.
I mean, even to bring these 2-year-olds back at 3 are hard enough, let alone to keep one going that long and that
year
many
in
wins.
and year
it's
out.
amazing.
And the way he does it, I mean, he's a good horse and made a lot of money and done it the hard way. You know.
Now, Jay Wolf said, well, no, besides he got of his 134 wins, they're all sub 2-minute miles. But I was wondering, how many sub 2-minute miles has he paced in his career with his losses, his wins, losses? He got over 300 starts. It's just a fantastic war horse.
And he's training. Is it Paul Hoseman?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I thought. So congratulations to all his connections. And I mean, honestly, even almost a thank you for keeping that horse in such good shape and taking care of him.
I didn't see who drove him today. He usually tries to spread it around a little bit so all the guys get a chance to say, I drove that horse. or I won with that horse, which is kind of cool too.
Yeah, it really would be. But we are going to flip the page. We are going to head into race 5 of 10, so kind of reaching that halfway mark. A field of 5 that we will introduce shortly.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
Fifth ranks of the Ohio Colt Racing Association. Freshman pacing fillies in 1 mile, a purse of $4,775, sponsored by Bontrager Construction LLC, Field of 5. The 1, Whiskey Hill, by Robert Brooks of Van Little, Ohio, trained by Robert Brooks with Pierce Henry. For the 2, Sandra Burnett of Wilmington, Ohio, Big Bad Ellie, trained by Christy Noble with Harrison Levan. The 3, Nora's Magic Dragon, the driver Scott Sisco for Michael Denny of Gallipolis, Ohio, trained by Virgil Morgan Jr. The 4 is Rose Run Annabelle, by Jerry Rachel of Columbus, Ohio, trained driven by Jeff Nightstalker. And for the outside of the 5, Mandy's Rotten Apple, by Julie Farley of Bradford, Ohio, driven by Paul Camus. Jason Beatty is Skinner Sulky. That's the field for the upcoming 5th race, Ohio Racing Colt Association 2-year-old filly stakes, sponsored by Bontrager Construction LLC.
All right, we can roll right into it. This is the second division of 2-year-old filly pacers, a purse of $4,775. Tom, why don't you walk us through?
Okay, number 1 is Whiskey Hill, owned, trained, and bred by Robert Brooks of Van Loo, Ohio, just down the street from here. Driven by Pierce Henry. This 2-year-old filly by Racing Hill out of the Woodstock mare Connie's Desire. 12 starts this year. 2 seconds, 3 thirds, and 3 second, 2 wins, 3 seconds and a third. Her took a mark of Limer of 2-1 and 2. Got 14,000 in the card. She's coming off that win at Limer. Her best time has at Scioto, and she finished 5th in a non-winners, a maiden, a non-winners one parimutuel. She was timed in 54 and 4, last quarter in 28 and 1. Whiskey Hill. And number 2.
I do believe we have Hank Levan on our 2-horse. I thought Jason announced it as Harrison, but it looked like Hank out there. Hank. So Hank Levan on the 2, Big Bad Ellie, trained by Christy Noble for Sandra Burnett of Wilmington. This is a 2-year-old filly by Fear the Dragon out of a Big Bad John mare, Big Bad Jane. She is hit the board 7 of 9 starts this year to make over $21,000. Last start out of Greenville, I think she got a little tired. However, back from that, she was on a little bit of a streak. She had 2 wins in a row. The faster time did come at Urbana, went wire to wire in 2 minutes and 2:01. Flat final quarter in 28 and 1. Jason Beatty was in the bike for that drive, but her lines look fantastic. She's been very consistent. Took a mark at Lebanon in 1:58 and 4.
Number 3 is Nora's Magic Dragon, a Pet Rock 2-year-old filly out of Pink Dragon by Dragon again. Virgil Morgan Jr. trainee for Michael S. Denny of Galapagos. Galapagos. Okay, you got it. Down there right on the Scioto River. Right. It's 4 starts, 1 win, 1 second, 1 third. Qualified at Scioto at 157 and 3, and Shows second last week at Lima and win at Troy. Scott Schisso is in the sulky. Consistent mare. She's only got 4 starts. And number 4
Number 4, we have Jason Nysonger on Rose Run Annabelle, excuse me, Jeff Nysonger drives and trains Rose Run Annabelle. This is one that pops back and forth between the Buckeye Stallion Series and the Ohio Fairs, most recently coming off of a second place finish at Lima in 2:01.1. However, do want to mention 2 back at Northfield starting the BSS, raced tough. She just got in the money, 5th place, but I mean, she was out the whole mile, 1:58.1.
And Mandy's Rotten Apple with Mike Poloni, Miss Cheney. Filly by Mr. Apples, Jason Beatty in the sulky. She's looking for her first lifetime win for Julie A. Farley. Here's Jason.
Pacing, firing away from the middle of the track. Rose Run Annabelle is the first call. Whiskey Hill from the inside. Buried on the inside. Big Bad Ellie is there in third. Outside in fourth, Mandy's Rotten Apple was on the go. 6th and trailing, or 5th and trailing to Field Norris Magic Dragon. In and out of the first turn, over the opening quarter up top. Rose Run Annabelle with the lead here. Whiskey Hill to the inside is racing in second. And go to the pylons in third. That's Mandy's Rotten Apple. All along racing in fourth there by Big Bad Elliott. 5th and trailing the Field Norris Magic Dragon. Opening quarter at 31 and 1 10. Into that far sweeping turn for the first time and up top. Rose Run Annabelle. Nice on her up top here, dictating the fraction. Letting it by Elliott to about half. To the inside, Whiskey Hill. They're pacing along nicely, racing in 2 as they pass the stand for the pan for the first time. Heading on over to the half. On the inside of Mandy's Rotten Apple. Stays in racing in third. First to plus on the outside. Big Bad Elliott. First on the outside, racing in fourth. Second over the outside in 5. Norris Magic Dragon. Halfway home at 1:02 and 3 left. Into the payoff half to go and up top. Rose Run Annabelle. By a 3 parts off the turn and driving down the backside. Heads are pointed towards 3/4. Rose Run Annabelle. Up the inside. Whiskey Hill. Outside there. That's Big Bad Elliott. They race to the 3/4 mile mark of the race. 3/4 on the board. Rose Run Annabelle. Racing a little bit greenly there. 3/4 and 1:33 and 1/5. Pacing that final turn. Rose Run Annabelle with the lead by 1.5. Whiskey Hill to the inside, racing in second, outside in third. Norris Magic Dragon swung up 3 high on the outside. Less than a 16 to go. They're on their way home. Up top, Rose Run Annabelle going to take this field to wire. Norris Magic Dragon to go second. Big Bad Ellie was third. Fourth was Whiskey Hill. And 5th and last, Mandy's Rotten Apple. That mile 2:02 flat.
So there we go. Jeff Nysonger gets it done with Rose Run Annabelle. Must have known what he had a hold of tonight. Ends up going the mile in 2:02 flat.
The last quarter in 28 and 4. She was smoking, coming for home. Love it when they can stride out like that. They just, and of course, the drivers will just sort of like feather the lines, just a
right. No, there definitely were some challengers that were gonna give it a go, but you know, Jeff Nysonger gave her those fractions, and when you open up nice like that, it's hard to catch them.
Absolutely. They gave it a go. He gave it a went.
Right, and especially with these freshman fillies, it's nice when you can ask and they're going to answer.
Another Fear the Dragon, right at Rose Run Farm in Ohio. Rose Run Annabelle. That's her second win. She made it look like she's used to doing that, though.
She did. She looked professional. Owned by Jerry Zozelle of Columbus, Ohio. I do have them unofficially across the wire. 4, 3, 2, 1.
And 5 was...
Yeah, and 5.
Poor little Mandy's Rotten Apple.
I do. You brought up at some point tonight, you did bring up Fear the Dragon. I do want to mention him, but here is Jeff Nysonger back in the winning circle.
Thank you, fellow horsemen and Hancock County Fair supporter Levi Bontrager and Bontrager Construction for your sponsorship of the 5th race. The Ohio Colt Racing Association Freshman Philly Pace, $4,775 before Rose Run Annabelle. 2-year-old mate filed by Fear of the Dragon out of a Tiger for Door. By Western Terror by Jerry Zoso of Columbus, Ohio, trained driven by Jeff Nightonger. And for Jeff Nightonger, the driver this evening, that's 2 wins, giving him the driving double. Before Rose Run Annabelle, second win in her career. This was timed at 2:02 flat. Quarter mile fractions for that 5th race. The opening quarter 31-1, half and 102-3, 3/4 and 133-1, top of the mile 2:02. Top to bottom the 1 Whiskey Hill 4, the 2 Big Bad Ellie 3, the 3 Nora's Magic Dragon 2, the 4 Rose Run Annabelle the race winner, the 5 Mandy's Rotten Apple 5. Recheck top to bottom and should read 4-3-2-1, 5 off the bottom. The upcoming 6th race, Ohio Colt Racing Association. The freshman trotting fillies going postward here, sponsored by JDR Excavating. Versus $6,393. The drivers change on the 2. What a start. Making the driver Scott Sisko. Scott Sisko will drive the 2. What a start in the 6th.
Now you were saying about Fear of the Dragon?
Oh, no, I mean, nothing. I guess just conversation to have. Findlay's home to a breeding farm themselves, Hickory Lane, but Fear of the Dragon. So I write a lot of press releases for OHHA, so I follow a lot of these horses, I mean, at all levels. Of course, Down by the Seaside doesn't need a whole lot of introduction. As a stud, he's got phenomenal horses on the top level. But beyond that, I truly think Fear of the Dragon has the most consistent. He's got him at all levels, whereas, Down by the Seaside, we hear a lot of his name because of OSS, even Grand Circuit stuff. But I feel like that middle ground, he just doesn't have a grip on, versus Fear the Dragons, you will see them do well at all levels.
And the one thing he puts his stamp on his get. They look just like Daddy. And that's, when you can look like a good horse, that's a good thing.
And we... continue, Tom.
No, after I think we, but he says again, he's just, when you see him, when you look, you say, there's a Fear of the Dragon. And when they go by you, you say, there's a Fear of the Dragon.
And yesterday was our first sale of the season. The Blooded Horse sale at Springfield did go. There was a handful of Midland Acres yearlings in there. And I know, October is the big Buckeye Classic sale, and right before the Jug, actually Friday the 13th, we have the Ohio Select. So hoping actually to get a Fear the Dragon, get my hands on one of those, co-owned with my mom this year.
So we'll be coming up to this as the 6th race. They're going quick.
That we are.
Well, they said they will. I haven't been able to get a bet in all night.
Wonder why? I couldn't guess.
There's no betting.
I don't know. We kind of. You said I owed you money because you called Uncle Pete's stream in the earlier races.
So yeah, you could put the quarters down. As I love some of the fairs, you see the little, not just the little old ladies, but the whole families, and they all put a quarter in the kitty, and they pick a horse, and they get $2, and they're happy. But that's a nice night, great night for racing, and we're coming up to the 6th race is 2-year-old filly trot. This one's going for $6,393. There's 5 in it to win it. The change is Scott Sisko is driving the 2. What a start. We shall return after these few messages.
The Delaware County Fair, where history meets horsepower. Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime as the world-famous Little Brown Jug takes center stage. Witness the heart-pounding action, the thundering hooves, and the sheer determination of these incredible athletes. Compete for the coveted Little Brown Jug title. Don't miss your chance to be a part of history. For ticket and hospitality options, visit littlebrownjug.com. The Little Brown Jug, where champions are made and legends are born. Be there!
Volstead, Coach K Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner. and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms.
We've got a handful of horses out already, headed into the 6th race. Hancock County here in Findlay, Ohio, just day 1. Join us back to here tomorrow, Matt, myself, and I believe it's Trish Soulsby tomorrow, 6 p.m. post, once again here at Findlay. But, of course, that is not the only fair going on. As I open my Huff's Guide, make sure I'm on the right day. Tomorrow, we also will be back at Van Wert. Frank Frost will be over a little bit further west, quite a bit further west, and we are at 11:30 a.m. And Canton also does go tomorrow at 12 p.m.
Yeah, well, the horses, they're warming up. As you can see, those are jog carts with they're the longer. They weigh about 123 pounds, where a race bike only goes for 44 pounds.
I'll believe you. I couldn't tell you how much they weigh. I'll believe you.
Yes, with me, it's like a sack of potatoes on the thing. I know it's a nice night out here. I was wondering if I can say shout out to Molly out there in Swampscott. I think saw her, she got on the Facebook. I wasn't able to say hi if this is from your ankle, Tom. And she said she'd be tuned in and watching all the way to about 900 miles.
Ah.
That's it.
Well, very cool.
Do we got, how about other hands? Where else? I know we got Virginia, we got...
I don't know, we can open it up and see some of our check-ins. Sometimes not all of my...
I know we got one up in Canada. Dave's recuperating, hopefully, up there. I had a couple from Sydney Mines. Yeah.
I say it's only letting me see so many comments, so I'm not able to see any check-ins for the back.
Yeah, I only get like 5 at a time.
It doesn't.
I've been watching this cloud slowly crawl in for the last hour, and it's almost here, finally.
Yeah.
The sun will be behind a cloud.
Right, if you're just joining us, we are at an uncovered grandstand in Philly, so the three of us are just full blast in the sun. There's been a nice breeze, so that's been helping, but we are definitely waiting for that sun to go down. And I don't know, Matt, it's kind of the cloud's trying to cover it up, but
as long as we don't get a downpour, that's what the most
they
important
did.
thing.
I think they did have a storm here yesterday.
It sounded like a mess.
Yeah.
It came through the midway, and there's a bunch of inflatable aliens that all got loose and are just floating around up in the air. So that was kind of the joke of the day. That
they took to the
invaded.
sky, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was about 8 o'clock last night. There was a wind gust and the rain did come.
It looks like we are in front of the grandstand for the post parade. Just don't have that yet from Jason. I was figured they would give him a turn. They are trying to give him a turn. We are going to head again. This is headed into the 6th race, a field of 5. Second division of the 2-year-old Philly Trotters. We are still waiting on one horse, sounds like.
Okay.
Scott Cisco has not made his way to the track.
There he comes.
All right, so we can wait before we introduce the field. Looks like he is moving on. But while we have some time, I stopped back and I talked to Tyler Bates about a couple of his horses. He's got some nice horses actually in the Buckeye Stallion Series this year. JB Magic is one. Also, is it Ma Honey? After
Ma Honey.
Yes,
yep.
it is.
M-A-A. I had to look her up because unusual name,
right.
And that is a charity from Africa.
Interesting. All right.
So that's a.
But I did get a talk about JB Magic. I wanted to get a couple quotes. And our magazine is coming out. Our August magazine is coming out soon. And so I talked to him about that. And he said, "Are you Jim's daughter?" And I said, "Yeah, I am." He said, "You know, the last time I saw your dad was right here at this fair, and we were talking about coon dogs in the back of a pickup truck." So that was a pretty cool little moment for me.
Yes,
the track is pretty close to the 6th race of the Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old Philly Trot, sponsored by JGR Excavating. Trot at 1 mile versus $6,393. Number 1 is Long Leg Sally, owned by David Meyer, Sydney, Ohio, and Kelly Meyer. Her sales, Ohio, trained driven by David Meyer. The 2 is What a Start, owned by Joyce McClellan in Zanesville, Ohio. Trained by Virgil Morgan Jr. Scott Cisco is up. The 3 is Madam, owned by Levan Stables, Levan, and Levan. They're all of the Buckeye State trained driven by Hank Levan. The 4 is Say We, by J.R. Stable LLP of Orient, Ohio. Triple mark winners Jeff Nysonger is up. And for the outside of the 5, Just a Classic, by G. Trot LLC of Findlay, Ohio, and Thomas Michael Adams of Findlay, Ohio, trained by Ed Greeno Jr. Ed Greeno Jr. is Inner Sulky. That's the field for the 6th race, the Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old.
So here we go on the rail. We have David Meyer does train and drive, as well as co-own Long Legs Sally. Co-owned alongside Kelly Meyer out of Versailles, Ohio, has hit the board 6 starts and 11 tries, really knocking on the door. 5 second place finishes. Most recently, 2 back at Greenville, did have a second mile. Her mile went in 2:03 and 1. She is affiliate by Team 6.
We got number 2 is What a Start. It's Virgin Morgan trainee. Out by What the Hill. Let's Get Started by DeJambro. 7 starts, no wins, 3 seconds, 4 thirds. She goes second, third, third. And I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. Scott Cisco is in the sulky for owner and breeder Joyce McClelland. Number 3 is...
It looks like we are moving behind the gate pretty quick, so we'll roll through the last couple of these. Madam L will lead from the 3rd post position. Hank Levan drives and trains for LOL. Lots of Levans. This 2-year-old filly by Marseille, 2 back at Greenville, did have a win in 2:03 flat, has hit the board 3 times at 12 starts to make about $8,200.
Ooh. Number 4 is Say O-U-I.
Say we. There you go.
O-U-I. It's Mark Winner's trainee. The combo with Jeff Nysongers by Marseille. DW's Jasmine. J.R. Stable, LLP. 9 starts, 3 wins, 2 seconds, 3 thirds. That's 8. 1, 2, 3. Marcus Salina of 2, 6, and 2.
And Ed Greeno Jr. trains and drives the 5. Just a classic 2-year-old filly by Enterprise. Was just nipped at the wire last start out at Hicksville. But beyond that, has hit the board, 6 of 7 times.
Here's Jason.
Zero fans running in from the outside. Just a Classic getting the first call. Say We from her immediate inside. Running into on the inside of Long Legs Sally Trunks in 3rd. Coming away in 4th, that's What a Start. In 5th, the drilling field of Madam Al. Off the turn and driving down the backside. And up top, Just a Classic. Just a Classic violating it up half. Say We in the garden spot is racing into All Stride goes Long Legs Sally. Coming through to be 3rd. And now that's What a Start. 4th there from the inside. That'll be Madam L. And 5th and drilling the field after the miscue is Long Legs Sally. After the opening quarter, 31 and 2 fast. Up top, leading the way. Just a Classic. Just a Classic. Violating it up half. And to the inside, Say We is there trotting into What a Start. Drops in 3rd. A gap of 7. Racing in 4th as they pass the stand for the first time and head on over to the half. Up top, leading the way. Just a Classic with the lead. Say We right there, nose to helmet racing into the pail half they roll. What a Start drops in 3rd. 103 and 1 fifth. Madam L drops in 4th and 5th there in drilling the field. Long Legs Sally as they move into the turn. In and out of the turn and onto the 3/4 mile mark of the race to go. Exert pointed towards 3/4 and up top. Just a Classic continues to lead the way here. Say We right there in the garden spot. Now move to the outside racing in 2nd. And Nysonger says go. And Say We to the outside. 1 second. Hook the leader in the eye and went right on by. What a Start! Closing in on her as they went by 3/4 and 134 and 4 fifths. Say We with the lead here under heavy energy from Nysonger. What a Start to the outside racing in 2nd. And now ready swung 3 high for the stretch back. That's Madam L with less than a 16 to go. They're on their way home in Findlay, Ohio, and on the outside, Madam L, middle of the track. That's What a Start. What a Start back to the inside. Say We coming away. Say We is Madam L in front. Say we to go second, third was What a Start, fourth is Just a Classic, and fifth and last, Home Leg Sally, down with mile 206 for fifth.
Hank Levan comes up 206 and 4/5, make the second lifetime win in 13 starts for this Marseille filly.
Adam, surprise, surprise. Best she shows on the card was 2-3 winning at Greenville. But, wow, that was in the slop. So, Madam L, 2-year-old filly by Marseille. Really, say we, or is that O-U-Y? See, we. Good mile. It was tight finish. What was your call?
I do have them across the wire, 3, 4, 2, 5, 1. But it was a pretty nice little finish there. We'll wait for the official, of course, but here is Hank Levan back in front of the grandstand.
Equipment prepared tonight's racetrack. JDR is a long-time supporter of racing, and we thank them for their partnership. Contact JDR for any excavating needs. The sponsor of the sixth race, JDR Excavating. Moving backside of the winner's circle, getting up in a deep stretch move into the premium Madam L. 3 high on the outside to get up to win this one. 2-year-old Lady Philly by Marcelli out of a leading lady by Donato Hanover, by the Levan Stables of Woodstock, Ohio, Levan of Woodstock, Ohio, and Levan of Woodstock, Ohio, and Levan of Lewistown, Ohio. Trained and driven by Hank Levan, the 3 Madam L, local winner in 206 and 4/5, posting her second win in just 13 tries. The 3 Madam L, and Hank Levan gets up in 8 stretch to win the 6th. Sponsored by JDR Excavating. Here are those quarter-mile fractions. Opening quarter in 31 and 2, half in 103 and 1, 3/4 in 134 and 4, top of the mile 206 for them. Top to bottom of 1, Home Leg Sally 5, the 2 What a Start 3, the 3 Madam L, the race winner, the 4 Say 2, and the 5 Just a Classic 4. Recheck top to bottom at 2, 3, 5, 3, 1, 2, 4 on the bottom, top of the mile 206 for them. For the 7th race, the Ohio Racing Colt Association 2-year-old filly Pig, sponsored by Cohenbrink Excavating LLC of Findlay and Ottawa, Ohio. Field of 5, making the driver on the 4, Honor Defend. Making the driver, Drew Neal. Drew Neal will drive the 4, Honor Defend in the upcoming 7th race.
So,
Haven't seen Drew Neal yet tonight.
No, I haven't.
He won the last 4 races at Van Wert last night.
Yeah, he
Drew
was
Neal,
hot.
oh,
he
yeah,
was,
I
on
saw
fire.
that. Yeah, boy. When you get hot, you're hot. That's what it'll. But, yeah, speaking of the getting hot, it's that sun went under the clouds, behind the clouds. And
Don't
it's
jinx
cool.
us, Tom.
Huh?
Don't jinx us.
I probably this big rain cloud come
No,
over.
it's dropped like 15 degrees though, hasn't it?
It
feels
has
so
just
much better.
cooled right off, which just feels good. And speaking cool, this is a 2-year-old filly Pacers coming up. This is the 3rd division, I believe.
It is the 3rd division.
Okay, and we have 5 in here. Of course, Drew Neal making the entrance to keep his winning streak going. He's currently the 2nd leading driver on the fair circuit. It's right behind Mark St. Louis.
Well, Jeff Nysonger should be 2nd. I'm not sure where Drew exactly is, but I'm sure he's
Well, if he
up
had
there.
4 last night, he's
I
up.
believe, yeah. I think Roger Houston kind of updates those stats for us, so you might know better than.
He knows better than me for sure. I've just, but yeah, that's so. But this is he makes his grand entrance for tonight. We'll be back for the 7th race, 2-year-old filly Pace here at Hancock County Fair in Findlay, Ohio.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Money, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 13th. Mark your calendar for the new and exciting North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. Tuesday, December 17th at the Mount Hope Event Center in Mount Hope, Ohio. Broodmares, broodmare prospects, racehorses, and stallion shares. Pedigrees announced by Ed Teefee and Gabe Pruitt. Online bidding, clean, heated facility. The North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. A live auction to see quality horses with industry-leading pedigrees. Tuesday, December 17th in Mount Hope, Ohio. Entries open September 5th.
So he's climbing up there. But again, as we watch all through all the fairs all week long, we see all the drivers, when they get hot, they'll have 4 in a row, 5 in a row, and then they'll cool off, and somebody else will pick up the pace.
Drew, I think you just brought out some stats. We know Mark St. Louis Jr., he is ahead by quite a bit. Roger Houston updates those for us. He is our statistics guy, so I don't have, those stats through today, but Mark St. Louis Jr. is quite a bit ahead of the game. Jeff Neisonger and Drew Neal should be pretty close, especially as we just mentioned. Drew had a great night, only 24 years old, won the last 4 at Van Wart yesterday.
Yeah, up and coming, and again, they get their experience at the fairs. We'll call them the older drivers. They enjoy coming to the fairs because it's like a much more relaxed, much more friendly, a more homespun type of entertainment. Mm-hmm. And but when you're going out on the as I say, the big tracks, the major stakes, and you're going for 100,000, as one driver used to say, I don't know anybody on the track. I have no friends. I have no relatives. And it gets a little hairy out there. But here, Ashley Daly, we are on the 7th race. This is the 2-year-old filly pace. Might as well mention Hohenbrink Excavating LLC of Findlay and Ottawa. Ottawa's just the next town up. And they're proud sponsors. They all have hometown sponsors here. A very good support system here in Findlay. And even Mount Gilead, I was looking at the program from there. They won a great number of sponsors, people keeping supporting harness racing. And it's a nice night out, a beautiful night now.
That it is, or we finally have some cloud cover and that sun is going down, and hopefully it might make our track even faster. We have already seen a new track record. What was that? Was it our 3-year-old? What was that, Tom? As I just mentioned.
Trotters. That was yeah.
Which race it was, I can't remember what we did. We did see a sub 2-minute mile, so a divisional track record for 3-year-old filly trotter. So hopefully we've put some water on the track and we're just going to keep on rolling. I do think, looks like we have 4 of our, maybe 5.
No, he just said 1 to go.
Okay. So we do have 4 of our 5 out, so we won't introduce the field.
We got Philadelphia, Mississippi checking in. They have a fair there I want to go to so bad. I've seen pictures of it. Yeah, it's like real bright red clay and looks like a really cool fairgrounds. I saw some horses with Mark, like they have charted lines from there. I didn't know where, I was trying to think where Philadelphia was. I had to look it up. I found out it was a fair in Mississippi.
They have that fair down there. They don't have any wagering at those fairs. But the people in the crowd, they do wager against each other. Oh, yeah.
I'm sure it's an experience, nonetheless.
And not just
big money.
It's as I said, big money. I'm talking like maybe $5,000. Ooh, but it's more than bragging rights.
We've had a handful of boys from Mississippi come up every season here in the summertime in Ohio, and they've truly kind of made a name for themselves. That's for sure. We have a handful. I'm thinking Ron Gillespie. He's Mississippi, right?
Yeah.
Ronnie, of course, big on the fair circuit.
Dee
Has
Sanders,
been.
too? Was he from Mississippi?
He's from the South, but I don't know if he's Mississippi. Derek Flowers.
Derek Flowers,
Yep.
yeah.
So definitely names that many of us know here in Ohio, and they are not local all the time.
Horses are on the track, ready to the post for the 7th race, the Ohio Colt Racing Association Freshman Pacing Fillies. At 1 mile, a purse of $4,775, sponsored by Cohen Brink Excavating LLC of Findlay and Ottawa, Ohio, field of 5. Number 1 is Juicy Gossip Girl, by Myron Coaster, Sydney, Ohio, driven by Brian Georges, with Jason Beatty out. For the 2 is Faithful Nation, owned and trained by Robert Brooks of Van Loo, Ohio, Pierce Henry is the line. The 3 is the Lynette Stapleton for the Woodstock, Ohio. Gargoyle Racing Entertainment of Sylvania, Ohio, and Megan Levan of Woodstock, Ohio. Legendary L train driven by Hank Levan. The 4 is Our Honor Defend, owned by Susan Bates of Gibbonsburg, Ohio, and Cedar Point Beach Racing of Fremont, Ohio, trained by Ty Bates, Drew Neal. And from the outside of the 5, Promise Me Again, owned and trained by Brian K. Roebuck of North Lewisburg, Ohio. Charles Chet Bowman, Inner Sulky.
All right. We'll start with this 1, Juicy Gossip Girl. I heard all about her. She's got 13 starts, 4 wins, 4 seconds, 1/3. A mark of Greenfield of 202. Trained by Brian George. It's a filly by Weston Vintage out of Bellflower by Fly Buckeye. That's Ohio bred, owned by Myron Costa of Sydney, Ohio. Marion Beachy is a trainer, breeder. She has shows on a card. Her best time is 2-2. That was at Greenfield. That's good enough for win. That was with the break. So she has speed. She shows 3 wins in a card. And Jason Beatty gets the call to post. Number 2 is...
Another duo that we do see do quite well here at the Ohio Fairs. Pierce Henry will be in the bike for Robert Brooks aboard Faithful Nation, coming off of a 2nd place finish at Hicksville. Mile went in 2:04 and 4. Has hit the board 5 of 8 tries. Was just a $7,000 purchase out of the Buckeye Classic for Brooks himself. Has made about $6,700 so far.
Number 3 is Legendary L. Hank Levan trains and drives, owned by Levan Stables. Joe and Fran Dormafall Racing Enterprise of Sylvania, Ohio, and Megan Levan. 13 starts, 4 wins, 4 seconds, 2/3, $19,988 of the card. Mark of Cyrus of 2-1 and 3, and shows best time is 2-1 and 1. That was at Urbana. Now, instantly, the Dormafowls, you'll see they're seated right over. They follow the horses. They started as fractional ownerships, and they are really involved now. Number 4 is...
So we will see Drew Neal in the bike. Tom, this is what you do to me, working with you. Drew Neal will be in the bike for the first time tonight on Our Honor Defend. Tyler Bates does train, has had 10 starts this year with just 2 board hits. Best start out most recently, one that stayed flat at Attica, had a 4th place finish in 2:04 and 4.
Promise Me Again, Brian Roebuck trains. Charles Boland in the sulky. Brian Roebuck is the owner. And here's Jason.
Now, pacing, firing away, middle of the race track, Faithful Nation gets the first call from her inside. Juicy Gossip Girl on a back break. Legendary L, the outside now racing in 2. Now swung up on the outside, racing 3rd. That's Promise Me Again. 4th is Our Honor Defend. Back down pacing 5th and trailing Juicy Gossip Girl. Down the back side of the go. Nearing the opening quarter-mile mark of the race. Faithful Nation and Pierce Henry up top, dictating the branches, leading it by a length about half. Moving by the opening quarter, Legendary L right there in the garden spot, racing in 2. Opening quarter 30 and 2. fifth. On the inside, racing in third. That's our honor defend, racing there in fourth as they move by the stand for the first time. Heading over the halfway mile mark of the race. And up top, Faithful Nation and Pierce Henry leading it by 2. Legendary Hell to the inside, racing in second. Promise Me Again, racing third. Outside in fourth, Juicy Gossip Girl got herself back into the outside, racing in fourth. Fifth and thrilling the field, our honor defend. Halfway home in 101 and 2 fifth. Into the payoff half to go. Up the top of the lead, that's Faithful Nation leading the way by a length of a quarter. A couple tippy taps to the whip there from Pierce Henry. Sends her on to go. Down the back side to go. Nearing the 3/4 mile mark of the race. Faithful Nation opens up by 3. And to the outside, Juicy Gossip Girl, 1 mile to the outside, racing in second. From the outside, our honor defense in third. Fourth there, Promise Me Again. Fifth is very offside. Legendary Elf, 3/4. 132 and 4. Around the final turn to go. Faithful Nation wins the lead. Juicy Gossip Girl, middle of the track. Our honor defense, 3 high on the outside. Jumping hard. Coming away. Got 3 of them across the track. To the outside. Our honor defense gets up to win it. Juicy Gossip Girl to go second. Faithful Nation was third. Fourth was Promise Me Again. And fifth and last, there will be Legendary Hell. Time of about 2:03. Wow.
Say what you want about Drew Neal, but the guy just gets it done. That is the first lifetime win for our honor defend. I mean, fantastic mile. Ended up going in 2:03 flat. This filly has not done much of recent. Her last 6 lines, she hasn't even hit the board.
And as you say, when you're hot,
You're hot.
You're hot. I'll tell you, great. I would even included him. But what a pickup that was. Another win for Tyler Bates. You were talking about Tyler Bates today? So, yeah.
That is true. Our honor defend, owned by Susan Bates and Cedar Point Beach Racing of Fremont, Ohio.
She was, again, the best time she shows. That's, of course, a new lifetime mark.
Juicy Gossip Girl, do want to mention she's her last 3 starts now. She's had breaks right out of the gate, so I'm not sure if there's something funky going on with her. But she still came back with a vengeance, and that's got to be so frustrating as a trainer, you know.
As again making a break, I mean she was back 10 lengths easy, and to come the last half in 101 and 2, 101 and 3, and she had to come last half in 59 apiece.
I do have them unofficially across the wire, 4-1-2-5-3. Just hopping on Facebook super quickly. Looks like Scott has a question. Who will be at Van Wert tomorrow? I believe that's Frank, and I'm not sure.
Doug
Ballinger. So it's Frank and Doug Ballinger at Van Wert tomorrow. Post time 11:30 a.m.
Bright and early.
And this was a purchase of $4,775. 2-year-old Pacing Jelly, sponsored by Helen Brink Excavating LLC of Findlay and Otto, Ohio, to board our honor defend. Getting up in deep stretch, a 2-year-old Bates I've been lost in time. Out of a dancing on my own, she by some beach somewhere. Owned in partnership by Susan Bates, Gibbonsburg, Ohio, and Cedar Point Beach Racing of Fremont, Ohio, trained by Tyler Bates. Nicely handled here this evening by winning driver Drew Neal. Our honor defend. And her first career victory, getting up in deep stretch in 2:03 flat. Our honor defend. And Drew Neal. Quarter mile fractions, opening quarter 30 and 4, halfway home into 101 and 2, 3/4 and 132 and 4, time of mile 2:03 flat. Top to bottom, here we go. Juicy Gossip Girls 2, 2 Faithful Nation 3, the 3 Legendary Hell 5, the 4 Our Honor Defend, the race winner, first career victory time at 2:03 flat, and the 5 Promise Me Again 4. Recheck top to bottom, it should read 235, 1-4 on the bottom. Again, the quarter mile fractions 30 and 4, 101 and 2, 3/4 and 132 and 4, time of mile 2:03 flat. Our Honor Defend, first career victory.
Well, Ashley Daly with the D. We're coming up to our 8th race, the 3-year-old filly trot. We only have 2 more races. The sun's going down. Now it's cooling off with the breeze. But we shall return for this 5 in it to win it. Change for on hot tea. Pierce Henry will be in the sulky, We also have Scratch the Rail Horse by number 1, Bye Bye. Say bye-bye to bye-bye. We shall return after these messages.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
They've turned on the lights here, guys. So they didn't make the deadline, I guess.
Did not
where
make
they
the
felt
cut.
No, but they did get new lighting here. They did have some trouble with the newly installed lighting. So they brought in, you can see around the track, like some trailers, lights on trailers to fill in some of the gaps. So no matter what happens, we'll be able to race horses here tonight.
Well, yeah, now it's getting, the sun's really going on. What time is sunset here? Do we know?
I don't know
It's
anymore.
probably, is it around 8:30 anymore? I don't
I would
know.
think.
This time of year, it does it speeds up here. Let's head to the weather app. Nice cloud cover now, too. It still says it's still reporting 82 degrees up here in Findlay, but sunset is at 8:12. So that's probably why we were aiming for that 8:15. Now, I'm going to assume we've got 3 races, 8, 9, and 10 left. I'm going to say we're probably not going to hit that mark.
They got the lights on, as Matt says, and those are, I mean, they're not regular. When you go to regular track, they have these things that light up the whole area. You know, these just like got little spotlights on them, but they'll do. This 8th race, we only got 4 in it. Ashley.
That we do, headed into the second and final division of 3-year-old filly trotters. We did see a track record, new divisional track record earlier in our race card this evening, going for a purse of $6,312. The one is a scratch. Our 2 horse will be driven by Scott Cisco, Honey's Lucky Star. Oh, Scott Cisco also does train and co-own alongside Douglas and Gail Carson of Conover, Ohio. This is a 3-year-old filly by Lucky Chucky, still looking for that first lifetime win, but has hit the board with 2 third-place finishes and just 11 starts this season.
Number 3, this could be... this is a good filly. She has Hot Tea. It's a 3-year-old filly by Enterprise out of Tori Ann by SJ's Photos. 14 starts, 3 wins, 3 seconds, 2 thirds, and they're on the track for the post parade. Here's Jason.
Horses are on the track in front of the post for the 8th race, the Ohio Colt Racing Association Sophomore Filly Trot at 1 mile purse of $6,312. Sponsored by EG Trot, Scratch the 1, 5x6. Leading for the post parade for 2, Honey's Lucky Star by Douglas and Gail Carson of Conover, Ohio, and Scott Cisco of Asheville, Ohio, trained by Scott Cisco. The 3 is Hot Tea by Joyce McClellan, Zanesville, Ohio, trained by Virgil Morgan Jr. Pierce Henry is up. The 4 is 6 Times a Lady by David Broombaugh, Arkansas, Ohio, trained and driven by Greg Broombaugh. The 5 with 5 stones by Dennis Stainer of Wapakoneta, Ohio. Single mark winners Jeff Nysauger is Enter Selkie. That's the field for the 8th race. Stretch down.
Hot Tea is owned by Joyce McClellan of Zanesville. Billy has 33,000 on the card this year with a qualifying time of 57.4 last year. She really brewed her own business. $108,000 she made in just 8 starts. Already on the card, $142,000. That she shows in finishing 4th in the $100,000 Ohio Sire Stakes. When she went 4th, 1 mile 156.4, come last quarter 29. The week before at Zanesville, she trotted in 59. Coming second, Urbana, she won in 2 minutes and 2/5. She even won with the break. She had 3 wins in a row. Hot Tea is hot stuff. She might, if they get the right fractions, she could post a challenge to the track record. Number 4 is...
We have Greg Broomball will train and drive 6 times a lady, a 3-year-old Team 6 filly out of And I Look Like My Mom mare. And David Broomball out of Occanum, Ohio, does own kind of another one that's been knocking on the door, most recently coming off of a 2nd place finish at Greenville in a maiden race, went that mile in 2:06, has just made over $2,000 this year, was a Blooded horse sale purchase a couple of years ago for $9,500.
Number 5 is Flip 5 Stones. This is the Mark Winters, Jeff Nysauger combo. This 3-year-old filly by Lane of a Stone out of Fried by 5 by Emile Angus. Dennis Stainer is the owner. Wapakoneta, Ohio. 14 starts, 5 wins, 3 seconds, 2/3. Has a mark of 58 at Scioto. Made $27,000. She shows that she made breaks last week. But still coming last quarter, 28-4. Still trotting 2-1-4. That was at Greenville. Before that, she was second, third, win-win. It's going to be a good race. Hold on to your hats, folks. Here's Jason Settlemore for the call of the 8th.
Sponsored by EG Truck. The gate swing to the top of the stretch and here they come. In Findlay, Ohio. 4-6 times the lady is off the gate. Now a fan trotting in from the outside with 5 stones. Rushing her right over the pylon from the outside. Hot Tea to the inside, coming away, racing into. Gap of 3, racing third. That's Honey's Lucky Star. 4th there, trailing the field 6 times the lady. Off the turn and down the back side to go. Nearing the opening quarter and up top with 5 stones. Leads the way here by Langdon up half. To the inside, Hot Tea is trotting in second, a gap of 3.5, racing third. Honey's Lucky Star. Gap another 7-8 lengths. 4th and trailing the field 6 times the lady. Opening quarter 31-4 there. Up top with 5 stones. Leads them to that far sweeping turn for the first time. With 5 stones. 3-year-old Brown coming by Made of Stone. Leads the way. Leads it by Langdon up half. And to the inside, Hot Tea is there, trotting in second. Passes his hands the pair for the first time. Here's the Hancock County Fair, leading the way with 5 stones. In there, Hot Tea is Nelson Lingard Squad racing into, rolling into the pale path. Gap of 5, racing in third. That's Honey's Lucky Star, halfway home in 103 3/5. 4th there, trailing the field 6 times the lady. Up top, leading the way with 5 stones. Continues to carve it out here. Off the turn and driving down the backside. Heads are pointed towards 3/4. With 5 stones, leads the way by Langdon at half, down 2. To the inside, Hot Tea trying to stay with her there, trotting in second. Gap of 7, racing in third. Honey's Lucky Star, you can bring it about 6 times the lady. By 3/4 and 135 flat. He'll drop the final turn and head for home. With 5 stones, leads it by 2. Hot Tea still there, still trotting in second, trying to stay with her. Less than an 8 of Ohio to go, and they're on their way home in Findlay, Ohio, and with 5 stones, goes away by 3.5. And to the inside, racing into Hot Tea, but up the wire, gone with 5 stones in front. Hot Tea goes second. Honey Lucky Stars third, and fourth and last, 6 times the ladies. Time of the mount. 203, 2 fifths.
I think I was a little off. 203, come the last half, 59-4.
Yeah. I mean, when Jeff got that soft half, that was kind of
yeah.
ball. Hot Tea is an awfully tough horse. And, I mean, I think they matched up not too long ago, and it went the other way. Hot Tea beat Flip Five Stones.
You are correct,
Yes,
sir.
3 starts back. Flip Five Stones ended up third.
Made a
to
break.
Hot Tea.
Really battling around the last turn, Hot Tea
Yeah.
and Flip Five Stones, and Flip Five Stones lost it at the head of the stretch, but, I mean, was trotting a ton at the time.
And ironically, Flip Five Stones beat Uncle Pete's Dream 5 starts ago at
Ranked sponsored by E.G. Trot, the Ohio Colt Racing Association 3-0 Philly Trot versus $6,312. A gate-to-wire victory for the 5 Flip Five Stones, posting the 6th win in 2024. The 10th win of this one's career, over winner 203-2. The 5 Flip Five Stones, a 3-year-old brown filly by the lane of Stone, out of the Fired by 5, issued by Amelia Angus. Owned by Dennis Shaner of Wapakoneta, Ohio. Nicely trained by Mark Winters. Nicely handled this evening by winning driver Jeff Nysonger. That's 3 wins on tonight's card for Nysonger, giving him a driving triple. Here's the review of the 8th race. After the sponsorship announcement, E.G. Trot, Ed Greeno Sr. and Ed Greeno Jr. continue the family tradition of racing and stabling here at the Hancock County Fair in Findlay, Ohio. Thanks to Ed Greeno Sr. and Ed Greeno Jr. continuing the Greeno family tradition here at the Hancock County Fair. E.G. Trot. Opening quarter was 31-4, and a half at 103-3. 3/4 at 135. Time of the mile 203, 2 fifths. The 8th race rundown, the 155 was scratch 6, the 2 Honey Lucky Star 3rd, the 3 Hot Tea 2, the 4 6 times the lady 4, and the 5 Flip Five Stones for the race winner. Recheck the top and bottom finish. It should read scratch 6, 3 2 4, 1 on the bottom. Opening quarter 31-4, half 103-3, 3/4 at 135. Time of the mile 203, 2 fifths. Flip Five Stones.
and Ashley Daly. Yeah, they did. They come last half in 59-4, the last quarter in 28-2. So Jeff Nysinger just took control of the race. As I was saying, Flip Five Stones beat Uncle Pete's Dream, and that was at Hot Tea beat Uncle Pete's Dream at Urbana. And Flip Five Stones, they've been trading back and forth. So this little confrontation is not over yet. They still have some more before the year is out.
We are gonna flip the page, headed into the penultimate, the 9th race. Just a small field of 4, the second and final division of 3-year-old Philly Pacers, a purse of $6,291. Tom and I will introduce the field after a couple messages from our sponsors.
Mark your calendar for the new and exciting North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. Tuesday, December 17th at the Mount Hope Event Center in Mount Hope, Ohio. Broodmares, broodmare prospects, racehorses, and stallion shares. Pedigrees announced by Ed Teefee and Gabe Pruitt. Online bidding, clean, heated facility. The North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. A live auction to see quality horses with industry-leading pedigrees. Tuesday, December 17th in Mount Hope, Ohio. Entries.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
Heading into the 9th race at the Hancock County Fair here in Findlay. Thanks for joining us. Matt Clark behind the camera, myself, Ashley Daly, and Tom Pye, the harness guy, giving you the commentation. That's not the word I was looking for. Commentary all night long. So this is just day 1 at Findlay. We will be back here. It'll be Matt, myself, and actually Trish Soulsby tomorrow, post time of 6 p.m. But if you just can't get enough, remember we are at Van Wert for day 2 at 11:30 in the morning, and then also headed to Canton with a 12 noon post time.
On the track, ready to close for the 9th race. The Ohio Colt Racing Association 3-year-old filly paint sponsored by Kirk Corporation, a purse of $6,291, field 4, no changes. Number 1 is Tura Up by Harriet and Darlene Halltop of Urbana, Ohio, driven by Deborah Sports. Scott Cisco is in line. Number 2 is Heartstrings by Stephen McCoy of Columbus, Ohio, driven by Mark Winters. Charlie Check Bowen is up. The 3 is Holt Mama, no by LeVan Stables Incorporated in Woodstock, Ohio, trained driven by Hank LeVan. For the outside, the 4, Faith Not Fear by Elizabeth Queen Cans of Bucyrus, Ohio, trained by Bob Brooks. Pierce Henry is in her sulky. Field of 4, sponsored by Kirk Corporation.
Yes, Ashley Daly. As you mentioned, you are here tomorrow at Findlay, and we also have to be at Canton and Van Wert
tomorrow. Yep.
Stark. We're not in Canton. It's Van Wert and Stark at tomorrow. Canton. There we go. So we're up to still a lot of fairs to go. But of course, the big granddaddy of them all is in Delaware on this.
About 3 weeks away now. I'm going to say we're, but Tom, before we kind of dive deeper, it says I think we're going to move to the gate pretty quickly here for the 9th race. Just a small field of 4, but we want to make sure that we give each horse enough time. So on the rail, Scott Cisco will drive Tura Up for Deb Swartz. Just a 3-year-old filly by Lather Up out of the Ponderosa mare, owned by Harry and Darlene Alltop of Urbana. 2 starts back, was a winner wire to wire at Greenville in 1:59 flat. Scott was in the bike for that one. Has hit the board 12 of 16 starts to make $35,000 lifetime.
And only a Buckeye blooded horse sale, $8,000 yearling. And number 2 is Heartstrings, with Mark Winters trainee for Stephen J. McCoy of Columbus. Charles Boland is in the sulky. 10 starts this year, no wins, 1 second, 1 third. Can show improvement. Has been in 59-4. Number 3 is
Holden Mama L. Hank LeVan drives and trains this filly by Pet Rock, owned by LeVan Stables of Woodstock. Is actually looking to go 3 in a row. Most recently had a win wire to wire at Lima in 1:59-1. 24 starts on the year. Has made almost $27,000 as a sophomore.
Number 4 is Faith Not Fear, Robert Brooks trainee for Elizabeth Quaintance, and 3-year-old filly by Fear the Dragon out of an American Ideal mare. Pierce Henry is in the sulky. 6 wins, only 1 third, but she shows needs improvement. Here they are.
Here they come. They're all fans pacing, firing away for those Mama right in the front. From the inside, Tura Up has come away racing into Heartstrings from the inside, protecting rail advantage in 3rd. Ahead of the pylons, 4th and trailing Faith Not Fear. Can see them all by the opening 8th and over to the opening quarter they go. Down the backside, towards that opening quarter, Mama with the lead and leading it by a length and a half. Tura Up to the inside is racing in 2nd. Heartstrings Strings racing third. Fourth, Faith Not Fear racing fourth. Arrow from front to back around 6 lengths by the opening quarter, 32 seconds flat. Up top, Holding Mama leading it here for Hank Levan by a length and a half. To the inside, Tura Up is there stalking into. From the inside, Heartstrings are pacing third. Fourth and trailing the field, Faith Not Fear. As they pass this in for the first time, heading on over to the half, Holding Mama with the lead by a length and a half. Tura Up to the inside, racing in second, rolling into the payoff half. Heartstrings to the inside in third. Fourth and trailing, Faith Not Fear. Halfway home in 103 and 4/5. Into the payoff half to go. Up top of the lead, Holding Mama leading it here by a length and a half. Bless you. Into the inside, Tura Up is racing in second. Third to the inside, Heartstrings. Down the backside to go. Fourth and trailing the field, Faith Not Fear can see them all as they travel to the 3/4. Holding Mama with the lead by a length and a half. Tura Up to the inside, racing in second. Heartstrings there in third. 3/4 in 135 and 3/5. The drums are meeting up top. Holding Mama with the lead here. Tura Up comes to the outside. Less than an eighth to go. They're on their way home in Findlay, Ohio. Holding Mama to the inside. Tura Up on the outside. Coming at it and coming on. Holding Mama to the inside. Tura Up on the outside. Holding Mama. Tura Up. 3-2 to the wire. Holding Mama. Time of the mile, 2:04 flat. Holding Mama, Tura Up, Heartstrings, and fourth and last, Faith Not Fear. 2:04 flat.
I do think Holding Mama L held on.
I believe she did too. But Tura Up, whew, that was a race.
I'm going to say big effort by her. I didn't realize she's a small filly. She is, I mean, just look, they're still on the backside. She is quite a bit smaller than the rest of the field.
A wee mare. She's a wee mare. But they come the last quarter in 28 and 2.
Yep.
Thank you. You're a good kid there.
What I'm here for. But Holding Mama L, she is now 3 in a row. Makes the 25th start of the season, the 6th win. I say ups her seasonal earnings to about $30,000.
Yes. It lasts the 3 in a row. She won this by a head. She won the last one by a nose, and the other one by a neck. She likes to make it a race. It's funny, some horses they wait till they get another horse gets alongside of them.
Yep.
So they can race them. They love to race.
And I feel like that's a lot of genetics.
Oh yeah,
truthfully.
absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
that's the racehorse, that's the breeding, you're not going to beat me, and that's when it gets exciting. I can't even imagine what that feels like behind the bike.
Apparently that's a little bit how clever Cody is. Like he gets a little bit lazier, on the front until a horse gets near him or he starts hearing hoof prints behind him. I mean, he just grabs right back on and won't let a horse pass.
He's only going to try as much as he really needs to.
Yeah, smart.
Official winner of the 9th race, sponsored by Kirk Corporation, the Ohio Colt Racing Association, 3-year-old filly takes versus $6,291. The 3, Holding Mama. 3-year-old baby filly by Pet Rock. Out of a shake what Mama gave you. Kind of an artificial mare. That's the artificial mare shake, which a Mama gave you. Owned by the Linehan Stables Incorporated of Woodstock, Ohio. Nicely trained, driven by Hank Levan, posting 7th win of this one's career, 6th win this season. Nicely handled by Hank Levan, 2 wins on the card for Hank, giving him a driving double. Steers to Holding Mama, owned by the Levan Stables of Woodstock, Ohio. Home winner in 2:04 flat. Kirk Corporation, over 5 decades in the construction industry. Their experienced team is dedicated to earning your trust and fulfilling your trust with a commitment to excellence. Kirk Corporation has over 5 decades in the construction industry. Kirk Corporation, 9th race sponsorship to the 3, Holding Mama, Hank Levan. Quarter-mile fractions, 32, 103 and 4. 135 and 3. Time of the mile 2:04 flat. Top to bottom, 9 race, 1 Tura up, 2, the 2 Heartstrings, 3, the 3 Hold Mama, the race winner, the 4 Faith Not Fear, 4. Recheck top to bottom, it should read 2, 3, 1. 4 on the bottom, again quarters 32, half 103 and 4, 3 quarters are 135 and 3, half of the mile, 204 flat, Hold Mama, Hank LeVan.
Yeah, and with that, we are heading into our 10th and final race finale here at Hancock County Fair in Findlay, Ohio. This, as again, there's 8 horses in it. This is a good field, a signature series. We shall return. Ashley and I shall dispute our choices when we return after these few messages.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC oil. It makes a world of difference.
Mark your calendar for the new and exciting North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. Tuesday, December 17th at the Mount Hope Event Center in Mount Hope, Ohio. Broodmares, broodmare prospects, racehorses, and stallion shares. Pedigrees announced by Ed Teefee and Gabe Pruitt. Online bidding, clean, heated facility. The North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. A live auction to see quality horses with industry-leading pedigrees. Tuesday, December 17th in Mount Hope, Ohio. Entries open September 5th.
Here we are, headed into the 10th and final on day 1 of the Findlay Fair here in Hancock County. We have a very full field. Tom, as you get your headset back on, I was mentioning we have a very full field, so we should just go ahead and roll right through them because we already have horses on the track. So here we go. This is a signature series, the Hancock County Ag Society pays for 4-year-olds and a purse of $3,500 on the rail. Pierce Henry will drive Big Bad Whammo for Robert Brooks. This is a 7-year-old horse by Big Bad John. Did not start any in 2023. However, this year has 21 starts with 3 wins. Most recently had a 2nd place finish in a free-for-all at not Hancock. Hicksville, that's what I'm looking for. I ended up going in 159 flat in that free-for-all.
It's wearing off. It's wearing off. That's what it's doing. And speaking of wearing off, this is catching. This is COVID number 2. Bobby Joe Brew is going to be driving trains for Michelle Herman and Matthew Kessler. 9 starts, 1 win, 1 second, 1 third, $7,100 this year. Mark of Scioto of 55-1. Coming off that mark at Scioto. That's at a $6,000 claiming pace. Number 2 is COVID. Number 3.
Mark St. Louis Jr. will drive Sports Teen for Steve Ashby. This is an 8-year-old horse by Sports Rider, owned by Zach Jackson of Ohio. Still looking for the first seasonal win. However, a lot of back class. 135 starts with 28 wins, 9 seconds, 15 thirds to make over $284,000. Took a mark at 5 years old and 150-1 at the Poconos.
And number 4 is the highest money-winning horse, career-winning horse in the program. This is Cody Hanover, 7-year-old gelding by Dragon again out of Calgary, Hanover, by Western Ideal. 5 starts this year, 1 win. That was in Miami Valley. That's a good win, 151. Had lifetime, 114,000 with 32 wins, 381,000. And it's got a mark of Pocono Downs of 150-2 as a 6-year-old. This is a 7-year-old. David Ward is in the sulky for trainer Christy Noble. Number 5.
We have Jeff Nysonger will now be in the bike of Brush and Crush. And we are not quite to that post parade, but Brush and Crust for our 5th post position, trained by Robert Brooks, owned out of Bucyrus, Ohio, Elizabeth Quintance, 7-year-old mare by Art Major out of a Western Ideal mare. And that is our bugle. So I will finish my thoughts on Brush and Crush after our post parade by Jason Settlemore.
Yeah, watch these drivers pretty close. I think there's going to be quite a few changes here.
Your series pace, Hancock County Agricultural Society pace. 4-year-olds and up, Ohio Sires, Polio preferred, purchase of $3,500 a pace to 1 mile, a field of 8. Number 1 is Big Bad Whammo by Corey DeArmond. Robert Martelli, they're both Ohio trained by Bob Brooks. Pierce Henry is up. The 2 is Michael Herman, Xenia Ohio, and Matthew Kessler. North Dakota, COVID, trained by Bobby Joe Brewer. The 3 is Sports Team by Zach Jackson, mentor on the Lake, Ohio, trained by Steve Ashby, Tennessee. The 4, Cody Hanover by Lionel Ray Whitaker, Statesville, Ohio, and Norman Ray Racing LLC, Xenia Ohio, driven by Christy Noble. Hank Levan drives the 4, Cody Hanover. The 5, Brush and Crush, Jeff Nysonger. From Elizabeth Quaintance of Bucyrus, Ohio, trained by Bob Brooks. The 6, Seafire by Patrick Harley of Paramus, New Jersey, trained by Steve Ashby. Chet Bowman. The 7, Look at My Rap Sheet by Arnold White of Hazard, Kentucky, trained by Brian George's Jason Beatty. And for the outside, which will be the 2nd year, the 8, Famous Seamus by Denmark Stable of Florida, Fort Myers, Florida, trained by Karen Texas. Harrison Levan is in the zone.
All right, so finishing my thoughts on Brush and Crush. Only has 2 wins this season. They came quite a ways back. Most recently did start in the Lady Series at Lima. Had a 5th place finish. However, spends most of their time at the Paramutuals. Sometime back, had a 2nd place finish in 155 and 2 up at Northfield in a non-winners of 2,500 in the last 4 starts. 11 lifetime wins, has made almost $150,000.
And number 6 is Seafarer, trained by Steve Ashby for Patrick Harley of Paramus, New Jersey. Gets Drew Neal in the sulky.
I do think was that Charles Bolin?
Yeah, in the 6.
Yeah, so we do have a late driver's change on the 6.
Okay, who's driving the 6?
I believe Charles Bolin.
Yeah, Charles Bolin on the 6.
Charles Bolin.
Yep.
Well, doesn't get Drew Neal. Got 15 starts this year, 4 wins, 1 second, 1 third, 22,000. Took a mark of 154 and 4 at Buffalo Raceway, and we has this 8-year-old by Captain Treacherous. My hat's to Captain Treacherous. Has 124 lifetime starts, 330,000 on his car with a mark at Pocono of 150 and 4.
And we will go through the last 2 very quickly. Look at my rap sheet, trained by Brian George's Jason Beatty in the bike. Still looking for the first seasonal win. Has made $323,000.
Famous Seamus, Karen Zek, and
just
Herb Levin. Here they are.
First race is on 6 p.m. with first attempt and final. Pacing from the inside. Big Bad Whammo going for the lead. From the inside, COVID is there racing in 2nd. Angling the pylons, Cody Hanover in 3rd. Caught to the outside, Brush and Crush in 4th. 5th to the pylon, Seafire. Far to the inside in 6th by 14. 7th, that's a look at my rap sheet. And 8th and trailing the field, Famous Seamus. Down the backside to go. Here in the opening quarter, Big Bad Whammo with the lead by 2.5. By the opening quarter, 29 and 3 fifths. Big Bad Whammo and Pierce Henry with the lead. Up on the inside, racing in 2nd, Brush and Crush, followed by Cody Hanover there in 3rd after a gap of 2.5. Passing his day in the fan for the first time, heading on over to the half. Big Bad Whammo leading the way, leads it by a length and a half. To the inside, racing in 2nd, they pass the halfway mile mark of the race. That's COVID. Outside in 3rd, Cody Hanover. 4th there, move to the outside, Brush and Crush. Halfway home, 59 3 25th. Inside, racing in for that C part. Outside, third over the outside, racing in 6. 14, 7 on the inside. Look at my round sheet and 8 to trail the field. Famous Seamus down the backside to go. And Big Bad Whammo opens up by 5. Going clear by 6. Going to the 3/4 mile mark of the race. The battle's on for second and third. And Big Bad Whammo opens up by 8. 3/4 and 129. Flat around the final turn to go. Big Bad Whammo with the lead, opening up and drawing away with every single stride. The battle's on for second and third as they come to the wire. Big Bad Whammo's gone. Big Bad Whammo. Well, his hand drawn away. Big Bad Whammo wins the Signature Series pace. He's going to be close for second and third. Looks like the 3:14 over the 7. Look at my rap sheet. Time of the mile. 1:58 flat. Big Bad Whammo!
Pierce Henry and Robert Brooks take our Signature Series pace. Big Bad Whammo in 1:58 flat. I do think that is that both Pierce and Robert Brooks' second?
I believe.
On the card tonight.
4th win for Big Bad Whammo. 7-year-old horse by Big Bad John out of the Village Jolt mare by the name of Another Wild Woman.
I think I spoke too soon. That is Pierce and Brooks. That is their first win
on the
card tonight, which is a little unlike that duo. Actually, they're pretty tough up here in this part of Ohio. But regardless, get it done. I think unofficially across the wire, it was a nice finish. But 1:3.75 is how I seen them come across the wire. I will say I'm a little bit of an angle tonight, but
it would be a tough call because, well, actually, Big Bad Whammo, what was he, about 12 lengths on top? And beautiful sunset.
I've been showing it all night.
Yeah.
I can't not point the camera at it. It's amazing.
After we've been complaining about the heat all night, but it kind of paid off, I guess.
Well, you know the old sailor's saying of red sky at night.
Sailor's delight.
Sailor's delight.
Ashley, you had that, didn't you?
No, I did not have that one. Here's Pierce back in the winner's circle with a nice crowd for this picture.
Tenth race Signature Series pace, sponsored by the Hancock County Agricultural Society. Thank you to the Fair Board for sponsoring tonight's Signature Series pace. The Hancock County Agricultural Society in trackside of the winner's circle. The official winner of the 10th race, the one Big Bad Whammo, taking his field gate to wire, posting the 4th win of this one in 2024, the 16th win of this one's career. 7-year-old brown horse by Big Bad John out of Another Wild Woman. She by Village Joel by Corey G. Dayerman, the Dorset, Ohio, and Robert Mondello, Delaware, Ohio, trained by Robert Brooks, nicely handled by Pierce Henry. The one Big Bad Whammo and Pierce Henry. 1:58 flat. Opening quarter 29.3, half 59.3, 3/4 and 1:29. Time of the mile 1:58. The one Big Bad Whammo, the race winner. The 2 COVID P, the 3 Sports Team 2, the 4 Cody Hanover 6, the 5 Brush and Crush 4, the 6 C Bar 5. The 7, look at my rap sheet 3, and the 8 Famous Seamus 7. Recheck 182, 64537 on the bottom. Quarter 29.3, half 59.3, 3/4 and 1:29. Down to the mile 1:58 flat. On behalf of the Hancock.
So there we go, Tom. We have wrapped up day 1 of the Hancock County Fair up in Findlay, Ohio. Join us back here tomorrow. We will have a post time. 10 races go at 6 p.m.
It was great again, gang. Matt, great job with the camera.
As always.
As always. Ashley Daly, always a pleasure to get your corrections.
It's always fun working together, Tom. Until next time.
Yes, ma'am. From everybody from OHHA, thanks for joining us. Have a great night, and we will see you at the fair.
This has been Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing has been presented by Midland Acres, thestable.ca, Dublin Valley Farms, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, and the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio County Fair Racing is a presentation of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.